betting his 3-pointers over every single game. He's 8-0. And tonight they were offering plus 132 as well on him to go over 2.5 made threes. Automatic play, had to do it against a Bulls team that can play in some super entertaining games. I'm a little confused here at the price, again, why it hasn't moved at all. In fact, it's gone up with recent games. But here is my concern overall with AJ Green. And either when I watch the games or I'm tracking him online, he leaves inevitably, like early on in the first quarter. I'm like, he's out again? What the hell happened? The reason why is because he gets into foul trouble. So he has picked up at least 4 fouls in 5 of his last 6 games. I don't know if that's because teams are targeting him on defense to get him out of there. They know that he's prone to fouls. But if this prop is going to continue going over, he needs to avoid the foul trouble, obviously, and play right around his average, teetering on a little bit shy of 30 minutes per game. Last year in this arena, he made 2.5 threes per game. That's what the average was in 4 meetings against Chicago last season. And I got to keep it up. I hope that the volume actually ticks up as well with the guy, because it hasn't been as I was hoping. I thought he would take 8, 9, 10 threes a game. Not exactly that high, but he's still going over 2.5 every. So plus 132, here, bam, take my money. I got to bet it again. That's one bet that I have.
The streak, yeah, ride the streak.
Mm-hmm. Now, if he keeps going, the plus money is going to evaporate at some point, much like this guy. And I was hoping, because his last game he was even money. That was a nice winner on Sam Merrill. Well, that money and that price has disappeared. So Merrill on the season is averaging 8.8 3-point attempts per game. That includes a game where he only played 18 minutes and he got hurt. He still took 6 in that game, but he's making 4.5 per game. He was 4 and 5 against Philadelphia in the last game. I played over 2.5 tonight at minus 130. But this Cavaliers offense now getting healthy. We're seeing what they're doing offensively by just crushing the opponents and putting up a ton of points. And tonight, they should be able to get whatever they want, and I'm including Merrill in that conversation against a really bad team in Washington here. So I had to play Merrill over. I'll give you one more. Look at that. They're laying 14 points.
Yeah.
I played Scotty Barnes.
The stations that are always ahead of the game. Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast. Youngstown, Ohio.
Meet Josh.
Hi. Coming up live here on City View Sportscast and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. It's Division 5, Region 17 OHSAA playoffs here as the Liberty Leopards make the trip to Poland to take on the Poland Bulldogs. Airtime 6:35. Kickoff scheduled for 7 p.m. right here on City View Sportscast and WRQX AM 600. Make sure you join us for the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here, Week 12. See you then.
Out for Saturday, right, with the Lakers. We don't have the Sixers playing until tomorrow. Check out the prop analyzer at vsin.com. Oubre, 8-0 over his threes prop, and he's gone over his points every game as well. Jaren Jackson, 8-1 under his points. Derek White, 8-1 under. Miles Turner, 7-1 under. Randall, 7-1 over. Rebounds. White, 7-2 under. Alexander Walker, 5-0 under. Castle finally had an under against the Lakers. He's 6-1 over. The assists, Cam Johnson, 7-0 under for the Nuggets. Jackson again, 7-1 under from Memphis. They take on Dallas. Middleton, 6-0 under. Ball, 6-0 over, which is a surprise. And there was one more, I thought. No, that's okay. 3-pointers. This is big. We talked about this the other night as well. Very surprising. Pritchard and Derek White, both 8-1 to under.
Oh, yeah.
With their threes. George for Utah, 7-1 under. Quickly, 7-1 under. Love to see this. Wembenyama, 6-1 under. Don't take him. You're 7-4. Go down low. He's changed his game. It's been great. And PRA, Jaren Jackson, 9-0 to the under.
9-0 overall PRA.
And maybe it's why, Ja got ticked off that they're shifting towards him and gave him all the money or what. Who knows what's going on with that guy. But he's unhappy and this got suspended, and go ask the coaching staff, and I've lost my joy, all this other stuff. But Jackson, 9-0 to the under. Cam Johnson, 7-0 to the under. Derek White, again, 8-1 to the under. Randall, George, Levine, Giddy, either 6-1 or 7-1 to the over.
Yeah, Giddy now is like 40.5 tonight against this Bucks team. 40.5.
I could see this one being way up there with the scoring. An entertaining game and just phenomenal. What do you think your OKC coming up there? You're going against Sacramento, and it's from 8.5 up to 11.5, and a 6-point move on the total.
There's no Dort in the game for Oklahoma City, and Sabonis is going to miss for Sacramento.
Yeah.
But I think they blast him.
They should.
As long as Dort's going to be like the only guy out, I think they'll probably run Sacramento out of the gym. And the market believes that as well. To bet them up that high is now 11-point favorites here. Don't you think it's going to kind of go that way?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. There's another one here I'll point out with the props. From your club, your hometown, Dante DiVincenzo was 1 of 3 from downtown in the first game of the year against Portland. He only played 20 minutes. Since then, he's averaging more than 30 minutes per game, and he has made at least 3 threes in every single game since the opening night. And in 3 games in November, Paulie, he's averaging almost 33 minutes, 21 points, and he has taken 12 threes per game. He's made on average 5.3. And at last check, his prop for tonight was still 2.5. Now, heavily juiced over, but this has been a guy here lately that if you're laddering his props, then you have been cashing some pretty nice tickets because he's getting to 5 every single night. Yeah, he's had a minimum of 5 last 3 games, and he had 6 in one of them. That was against Brooklyn. Tonight, laying a big number against a really bad Utah team.
3.5-point move on the total there, up to 233.5. Surprised Houston's taking money on the road against the Spurs. Big one tonight.
A little bit, yeah.
Up to 4.5. They've been great offensively. And now we'll see the Spurs now after a couple losses and what Wemby and others said about, they're throwing the double team at me and we have to do a better job, especially closing out.
Sure. And they're not going to get Fox back until tomorrow.
The
Spurs. But so now the Rockets, who are one of the best teams in the league defensively a year ago, they've kind of flipped it this year because the offense is so good. And Durant has been a catalyst here for the offense and how good this team has been. But now you got to win by at least 5 points at some of these books overall. And his prop tonight is 24.5. Kevin Durant, Opta AI projections, and vsin.com/NBA props have him going under. 22.4 overall. In fact, he's going under pretty much all of his numbers according to their projections for this game. Spurs are a good outfit. I know that they're down still a couple of guys right now, but this is a big game for that young team. And maybe Houston's just going to be that good, and maybe they're going to be the team that challenges Oklahoma City this year in the playoffs.
The Lakers catch a break tomorrow because he got Atlanta on a back-to-back. I hope the Lakers do the right thing and don't get after it tonight as they got there early and maybe go to the clubs.
What's Luka?
5 o'clock they play, 5 o'clock our time. They play the Hawks on NBA TV.
What do you think Luka's prop is going to be?
Boy.
34.5.
Without Reeves again?
Yeah.
The PRA, 40, 11, and 9 on the season.
And his 3-point prop will probably be 4.5, I'm guessing, or 3.5, heavily juiced over.
A lot of them, right? He's going to take a lot of them. And every Laker game but one has gone over. And the Bulls also play the Cavs.
Wow.
That's another big one.
How about...
go ahead.
How about in this Heat game tonight? Based on Spoelstra's house burning down, nobody was in there. Nobody got hurt.
Ball's doubtful. Yeah, he wasn't there. Yep.
Sexton doubtful. Miller obviously out. And no Bam. He's out as well. I know the Heat are playing at this unbelievable pace to begin the year, but 235 without that much firepower involved here potentially? High number?
I swear last night I saw 243. I thought that's what I saw. But then all the news are coming out. But no, I can't do it. Based on how bad Charlotte is defensively and Miami number 1 in pace, I can't do it.
Knippel, props over then?
Yeah.
If Ball doesn't play, maybe his PRA, he'll take 10 threes in this game. But again, he's juiced up there like DiVincenzo with the price right now on over 2.5 made threes. Ball did you run this down?
Doubtful.
He's doubtful, but he's also, I think, undefeated to his assist prop.
That's right. Yes. I got that one in there.
Yeah, okay.
I'm shocked by that because he's a chucker.
Well, I know, but his PRA has been so good overall. I mean, the guy, he'll take 15 threes in a game, but he can dish it out as well. It tells you how many possessions they have when he's in there. They played a pretty good pace too. I really wanted everybody to be healthy in this game just to fire on the over then.
Well, I wanted everyone healthy in the late game, Golden State and Denver. The first meeting was all time. It
was great.
Gordon had 50, overtime thriller. Phenomenal.
Yep. Up next, Bob Condotta joins the program. He has covered the Seahawks for many, many years. A ton of hype surrounds his team halfway through the season. Is he all in? Where's their weakness? We'll ask him coming up next on VSiN.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-578-3203. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-578-3203. That's 800-578-3203. Tax Relief Advocates.
The Neon City Music Festival is here. Experience electrifying performances by Good Charlotte, Deadmau5, Breaking Benjamin, Two Friends, and more. This festival without fences will bring you mouth-watering food, stunning 3D graphics on the Viva Vision screen, and jaw-dropping performances. All free November 21st to the 23rd. Book your stay downtown at Circa Las Vegas. Details at neoncityfestival.com. That's neoncityfestival.com.
Sean Green and Ryan Kramer bring an energetic approach to sports betting to keep you entertained while sweating your bets on the Sports Gambling Podcast Live at VSiN.
When I watch this Dolphins team and you hear the players talk, you hear the coach talk, it just seems like it's not working.
Thank you, Peloton, for helping Jordan Davis lose enough weight to be able to hit 18 miles an hour.
Join Sean and Ryan every Friday night at 10 p.m. Eastern on the Sports Gambling Podcast Live at VSiN, right here on the Sports Betting Network. Think you're better than the VSiN experts? Prove it in the Edge Boost Average Joe contest. It's free to play, and you can register anytime during the season to be eligible for weekly and quarterly prizes. Plus, each week, the highest score gets a $500 Edge Boost deposit. And if the weekly winner already has an Edge Boost account, that prize is boosted to $1,000. Enter the contest today at VSiN.com/Joe. That's VSIN.com/JOE.
Football meets flavor with VSiN and Omaha Steaks, the official sponsor of tailgating. And right now, you can score 16 free smash burgers plus 50% off site-wide when you shop omahasteaks.com/VSiN today. Enjoy legendary steaks, juicy air-chilled chicken, beefy burgers, deli-style franks, and so much more. From preseason to postseason and every game in between, you're sure to achieve gridiron greatness because Omaha Steaks delivers the kind of exceptional flavor that brings people together. USDA certified tender steaks, legendary burgers, amazing appetizers, and everything else you need to fuel your fandom from the first kickoff to the last down. And every bite is backed by their 100% satisfaction guarantee. Don't wait. Shop now to get 16 free smash burgers, plus save 50% site-wide on steaks and more at omahasteaks.com/VSiN. That's omahasteaks.com/VSIN. Minimum purchase may apply. See site for details.
Looking for an edge on NFL player props? VSiN Pro's new NFL player prop projections tool is here. It compares DraftKings lines with Opta-powered AI projections, so you can see where the numbers differ and spot potential value before you place your bets. Our player prop projections tool is available now exclusively for VSiN Pro subscribers. Go to VSiN.com/props to check out this tool and more. Only on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
The holidays are back at Starbucks, so share the season with a peppermint mocha made with Starbucks signature espresso, velvety mocha, and cool peppermint notes. Sounds absolutely delicious. Together is the best place to be at Starbucks. More National Football League Week 10, specifically the Seahawks and the Cardinals. As we head out to the Progressive guest line, Bob Condotta is kind enough to join us. He has covered the Seahawks for a long time for the Seattle Times. Bob, thanks for the time today. How are you?
Good, yeah. How you guys doing?
Doing really well.
Good,
there is a lot of hype regarding the Seahawks team now. And the numbers, I think, bear that out. When you look at advanced metrics like DVOA, for example, they're one of the best teams DVOA-wise in like a generation. We've had guests on this program as recently as yesterday say they're absolutely winning the Super Bowl. Darnold might win the MVP. Are you all in like some of those people are?
Yeah, they're certainly playing really well. I mean, the defense is something that we thought going into the year should be really good, and so that's not really necessarily a surprise. But they have played. They haven't had any drop off there, and they're probably better a little bit up front. I mean, when you're really good on the defensive line, and they are, you can stay really good on defense. The big X factor was Darnold, and was he going to be able to play to the same level he did last year in Minnesota and basically be a better team than maybe Geno Smith had been last year or would have been this year. And, so far that's happened. I think that's the big thing you kind of just keep wondering about is can he continue to play at this pace? He's, 70% of his passes, leading basically from week one, they've been leading the NFL in yards per pass, which, a lot of people will tell you is always the most significant offensive stat you can have. And, so they've been really good at that. So, it feels so wide open, and then not just the NFC, but the NFL as a whole. So, I mean, when you watch what the Seahawks have done, there's no reason to think they can't have the same expectations of anybody else in the NFL.
Is there an area that you think they're vulnerable or have a weakness?
I mean, they're big. I mean, the one glaring weakness they have is their running game on offense. I think they're 31st in yards per carry this week at 3.7, and it's never really. They've kind of had some fits and starts here and there in getting it going. A couple of games it's been not bad for them. Kenneth Walker has been able to kind of reel off some big runs at some key times, but it hasn't been as consistent as they wanted it to be at all. And they've had a couple of games when, they kind of struggled, especially like the first Arizona game is kind of an example when their running game, they couldn't just run the clock out on offense the way they wanted to. And they ended up having to win that one.
Please stand by for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network on the Live 365 Network and the Live 365 app.
AM 600 The Patriot are proud to bring to you Week 2 of the Ohio High School Football Playoffs and Week 12 of the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week. And we have a good one this week, folks, as the Liberty Leopards coming off a first-round win last week by a score of 25-7. They would knock off Claymont. They're going to take on the 8-2 Poland Bulldogs. The Bulldogs holding the third position in Division 5 Region 17, which gave them a bye. So they are going to be in their first action in 2 weeks as we get ready for what should be a fantastic matchup. Hello, everyone. Jim Craven with you, along with the coach, Bob Gessler. Matt Craven back in the Gessler Propane Studio, keeping an eye on things as we get ready for this exciting matchup here. The first meeting between these two teams since 1978, Coach, there, and I believe I was right around the 4-year-old mark about this time, and maybe some of us were a little bit older.
I like when you said that you looked dead in the eyes. I was already graduated from high school for 2 years, but that's okay. I realize I'm old. Liberty looks good. If they can hang with Poland, this could be a battle. But Problem's going to be is attrition. Can they battle the amount of players that they got, which is about 24 compared to whatever they got here at Poland? So it will be an interesting game if they lasso these two running backs and pound for pound up front. So that'd be an interesting game at first.
Yeah, an exciting matchup here between two young quarterbacks here for the Liberty Leopards. DeJuan Moody playing all 11 games this year at the quarterback position. He's 23 of 45 for 495 yards. Does a lot on the ground through 8 touchdowns, Coach. Only 1 interception, takes care of the ball. And on the other side, you have David Zippolita, 45 of 77 for 909 yards through, 12 touchdowns. And took care of the ball as well, but it's going to come down to them running these offenses because not a horrible night out tonight. Rained earlier. Seems to be a little bit better now, but it's going to be about controlling that ball and making sure you don't turn anything over.
Well, I'll tell you right now, just kind of watching, I think Liberty's going to have to run the ball as much as they can. Young quarterback, see what happens when he throws the ball, but you know how these Poland DBs are. They're ball hogs, so and that could hurt them. So they got to contain them running backs, and if Poland does a job, and of course you got to get 43 blocked because that's going to be the main.
Yeah, Bono Zippolita, the outstanding linebacker, part of the duo there with Angelo Angelilli and the defensive side of the Poland Bulldogs. We're going to step aside for our first break. When we come back, we'll continue the pregame show here from Pavlinsky Field in Poland. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on City View Sportscast and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back after this.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC, find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Back here as we get ready for round 2 action here with OHSAA playoffs.
And it's fierce athletic competition.
And we're going to have some mic'd up officials tonight here, so that's great to know as we take a look at that. Had the coin toss relatively early here, Coach, and what were the results of that?
Yes, actually, Liberty won the toss. They deferred to the second half, and it looks like Poland will take the ball away from the scoreboard, so it'll be going from our right to left.
And a strategy that Poland has employed most of the year. They've won the coin tosses, deferred to the second half, and really done a lot of work in that first drive in those third quarters. Tonight, it will be reversed. We will do it the other way. While we have a moment, I want to take a second to acknowledge Athletic Director Todd Smith and Liberty Head Coach Don Prologo over at Liberty for helping us out this week with all the information we got. Of course, always want to thank Athletic Director Brian Banfield and Head Coach Tom Pavlansky, who we will hear from shortly here in the Cleveland Cobras Coaches Corner as we bring you week 12 of the Ohio high school football season, Coach, and it's gone so fast here. But you and I have had this debate. I don't even know if it's a debate. I think it's a concern. We saw what happened last year in the college ranks. The first 4 teams had byes. All 4 teams bowed out of the playoffs. And for the Poland Bulldogs, you have to wonder, and you won't know till the end of this game, was that an advantage to have that week off, or is it an advantage for Liberty to stay in condition and stay in and keep that muscle memory?
Well, I want to tell you something. I was talking to Coach Dave down on the field as always, and I said, "How are you guys? Everybody healthy?" He goes, "Yeah." He said they're ready to go. They want this one bad. They actually they're not overlooking anybody. But they want to do what they got to do here, get the job done, because they want to be ready for what if could happen next week, which sounds like if Girard wins, it's a rematch. And again, they're not looking past Liberty. They never do that. But that's when I was talking, what does he think? And that's what he says. Let's get this done.
And certainly that could be one of the premier matchups in the Valley. Of course, those 2 teams met just 3 or 4 weeks ago, and it would be Girard getting the 29-28 win. The only difference in that game would be a 2-point conversion in the fourth quarter that would lead the Indians to the 10-0 season, as they will take on tonight Manchester. So Manchester, we saw them last year against Poland. Poland got the victory. So a couple of great matchups that we could be seeing here coming up in the next week or 2. Coach, take a look at some of the things for Liberty in terms of rushing. DeJuan Moody, you got to talk about him. He and Dion Tutwiler. For Moody, 150 carries, 1,350 yards. Tutwiler, 92 carries, 1,135 yards. Maybe not so much the impressive part. It's the average carry. For Moody, 9 yards a carry. For Tutwiler, 12.3. That's a first down on every carry.
Yeah, and I agree with you, Jim. And we also have to look at strength of schedule, and I always look at that as a coach. So this is going to probably be the hardest game they have played to date, with Poland and their defense and their speed and their size. So, it will be an interesting game, and that's why we play them, because you never know what will happen.
Yeah, currently a little bit misty out here in Poland. Rain seems to have stopped with the crowd mic out there, so we'll be able to hear our officials. And just about 55 degrees, so not a bad night, but some moisture on the field there. Making sure that you don't turn that ball over is going to be key for both teams, because both teams have offenses that can score quickly.
Well, I want to tell you, I was down on the field with Dave before the game, and I was kind of walking around, and they have a good draining system here, because I tell you what, it was not where you were sloshing around or anything, and it felt good. I was dragging my feet on that, so the turf is in great shape. Obviously, it's newer, and I think I don't know if that's going to be a factor today, Jim. So I think the speeds of both teams they'll be fine.
Hopefully not here. We want to look for a great game tonight. Really don't want to see any of the atmosphere, kind of contribute to that, because 2 great teams here.
Absolutely.
We want to see this one go all out here as we get into week 12. We're going to step aside for our next time out. We come back, we'll talk about some starters for both teams. Also, we will hear from head coach Tom Pavlansky of the Poland Bulldogs. We'll hear what he had to say about this week's matchup with the Liberty Leopards. All that and more here on the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week on City View Sportscast and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back on the other side.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. The Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley. Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit PAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team Pride Cobras. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Pre-game show continues here at Pavlinsky Field in Poland as we get ready for this Division 5 Region 17 matchup. Want to let everybody know the Youngstown Patricians are building their roster for the 2026 season, and on November 15th at Westside Bowling Lanes on Mahoning Avenue on the west side of Youngstown, there will be a team signing party there that day. If you're interested in getting back on the gridiron, no matter what your skill level, high school, college, or even the pros, stop in there, talk to John Galbraith and the entire board as we get ready for the 2026 season. Of course, you can hear all the action of Youngstown Patricians football here on Western Reserve Radio 2. And looking forward to that as always in the summertime. Almost football around around the calendar year here for us here on Western Reserve Radio and the iMedia One Network. But certainly, if you were looking to get back on that field and you want to represent your community, the Youngstown Patricians, they go back many years. They're picking up the history of the Patricians back from the 1920s, one of the first professional teams in the Youngstown area. By all means, stop out at Westside Bowling Lanes. That going to be on November 15th at 3 p.m. They're on Mahoning Avenue on the west side of Youngstown. Coach, take a look at some of the numbers here. Liberty comes in at 9-2 under first-year head coach Don Prologo. They get the round one win over Claymont, 25-7. And take a look at some of the schedule here. You talk about strength of schedule. For Liberty, their opponent's winning percentage, 44.6%. And for Poland, it is 52.4%. So Poland obviously seeing the stronger schedule. And Poland knocking off a couple of teams that were undefeated at the time they played them, including the Hubbard Eagles. And the two teams with winning records that Liberty played, they played close but lost those. So they come in again at 9-2, Poland 8-2. And you talked about the strength of seeing Poland there. First of all, Poland with their depth is going to be an issue for Liberty. But for Poland, the athleticism of Dewan Moody, and Dion Tutwiler, they're going to have to contain them.
Well, I think what's going to happen is I really got to believe that front defensive front, they've really got to not give them any alleys, and we already know who's standing behind that big line that Poland has with Pano Zipolita. And how he plays, if he plays like he has the last couple games, and I always use the term playing possessed, and he's just all over the field. So that could be a big factor in this game, is one-on-one with Moody and him. So it'll be interesting.
We've seen Zipolita play the spy on the quarterback here several times this year when there have been just athletically gifted quarterbacks. He's done a good job here so far. We'll take a look at the starting lineups here for the Liberty Leopards. And we'll start on offense, and Coach, will be a couple of names maybe that you even recognize here on the offensive line for Liberty. It's going to be Justin Nelms, Aaron Barkley, Josiah Hill, Devon Jefferson, and Terrell Blackshear. The wide receiver is going to be Xavier McDougal, with the D at the end, Amir Watson, and Enrico Jean-Pierre Green. The running back will be Dion Tutwiler. The quarterback, of course, will be number 1, the junior, Dewan Moody. Mr. Everything here. He can do it all, but it'll be a big task for Poland here to slow that one down tonight. Defensive starters for the Liberty Leopards. Up front, it'll be Justin Nelms, Devon Perry, Josiah Hill, and Terrell Blackshear on that 4-man front. 3 linebackers will be Richie Sly, Dion Tutwiler, and Xavier McDougal. And then in the secondary, it will be Jamon Moore, Dewan Moody, Amar Watson, and Prince Lard, of course, from some Coach Gessler lore, I believe. That is going to be the son of
Mr. John Laird.
John Lard, who was a defensive back for our beloved Western Reserve Scourge, celebrating our 10th anniversary of our championship. So interesting to see as the young folks now come up and we see the names, and makes you feel old a little bit here as you start to see.
I'm already old. I don't need to feel old.
All right, well, I was trying to play along. I'm feeling good here. So the kicker punter is going to be Helwan Garcia. The holder will be Tyson Watson. The long snapper, Aaron Barkley. And the kick returner will be Dion Tutwiler. And also on kick return, of course, DeJuan Mooney, the one you do not want to give the open field to. He can do a lot with that. Take a look at those stats with his, and they are almost, as the kids call them, Madden-like.
Well, that was a little conversation that me and Dave had on the. I said, so you guys are going to be hopefully try to punch it out of the back of the end zone or kick it out of bounds? And he looked at me and said, no way. He says, we're going to shore up that kick cover, and we are kicking to him. So I said, well, better man than me.
Our Mark Means had an opportunity to speak with head coach Tom Pavlansky from Poland this week, and this is what he had to say about this week's matchup with the Liberty Leopards.
We are back inside the Cleveland Cobras Coach's Corner, joined by Coach Pavlansky of the Poland Bulldogs. And, Coach, your team earned a week off last week. How did you use it as a group to get ready for tonight's game?
Yeah, most folks, we focused on our fundamentals and focused on getting our bodies back to a somewhat sense of normalcy. Well, we got kids banged up like everybody does this time of the year, and so we try to be smart about it. And I thought we had really, 5 really productive days on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, and in the weight room. And so, we knew that, hey, we're going into week 12. We're going to be playing a really competitive team. And, it's no surprise that, hey, we got Liberty on the schedule here Friday night. And so, we got our work cut out for us because we're playing a really good football team.
Did you kind of approach it like a summer camp week, or was it more just a game week without a game on Friday?
It was probably closer to a summer week. We cut things back a little bit. We saved some of our older guys, their legs a little bit in a couple days. Really repped the young kids, hopefully getting them better, getting them ready to go, and if their numbers called, getting them a little more rep. But we did. We just try to be smart with it and get our guys, like I said, back to a little bit. A sense of normalcy in terms of their bodies. But hey, it's week 12 of the season, so we got to be ready to roll.
When you look at this matchup, Coach, with Liberty,
Dom Perlogo, I've had the good fortune of knowing him for the last 20 plus years. Just through being, coaching colleagues and that, and he does a tremendous job. His staff does a tremendous job with his kids, and they got 3 guys that we haven't seen on the schedule at all this year. The Moody kid, number 1, the Tutwiler kid, number 2, and the Perry kid, number 55. They're something else. So we got our work cut out for us, and like I said, we expect it's gonna be a 48-minute ball game.
Does present a challenge. You look at their numbers, and they've got a couple 1,000-yard rushers and a lot of different people to kind of contend for on the offensive side of the football.
Yeah, they are. They're skilled. They're dangerous. Like I said, number 1, the Moody kid. Number 2, Tutwiler. Hey, they are legit. Both are juniors. One 6 foot 180, the other one 6 foot 210, and you can tell that they don't get hit too often, and they make some people miss, and they can go. I remember, they remind me of guys like Toussaint and from back in the early 2000s, and Lou Daniels in the 90s. These 2 guys are right there with them. Bradley Fletcher. These guys are right there with those guys, and again, coming from Lakeview and being from Lakeview and competing against Liberty for a while there, and Liberty has a strong tradition football-wise, and Coach Perlogo has done a great job of trying to reinstill that tradition and carrying on what Coach Allen and Coach last year's Liberty's coach, Coach Simon, that they've built. And so I say we got to work out for us.
You look at the other side of the football, Coach, and it's a team that really seems to flow to the football. They team tackle very well.
Yeah, they do. Defensively, they're sound. They get after it. They're going to hit you, and they're not too often in the wrong spot. And when they are in the wrong spot, they got tremendous recovery speed of getting back to where they're supposed to be and making plays. So hey, we got to make sure that we're taking care of the football and that we're assignment sound and understand that, hey, you're in the playoffs again. That hey, a 3.5-yard gain, that's okay. That's okay. And so we got to make sure that the yards we get, and let's not try to make a big play every time.
Finally, Coach, a key to move on to the next round for your team is?
Yeah, we got to make sure we take care of the football. We got to make sure we execute all our kicks. We got to be really good in the special teams phase of the game, and we got to tackle, and we got to be a great tackling team. We can't have more than 5 missed tackles. We really can't. If we have more than 5 missed tackles, then we're going to get up some big plays, and it's going to make it tougher. So I would say those are the keys.
Coach, your time is appreciated as always. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Mark. Appreciate it.
We'll have more of the pregame show up next.
you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC, find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Western Reserve Radio is the Valley's online source for sports talk and local live events. Tune in and be a part of their live weekly shows, as well as all of the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football, and the GDFL. Find them at westernreserveradio.com. Tune in and the Live 365 app to be a part of the area's sports conversation. Be sure to visit them on Facebook at Western Reserve Radio and on Twitter at WR_radio.
We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Back here just moments away from kickoff at Pavlansky Field in Poland. Division 5, Region 17 action here, round 2. As Liberty gets the win over Claymont last week, they make the trip here to Dobbins in 170. Take a look at the starting lineup for the Poland Bulldogs. We will see them offensively first. Up front, it'll be Colt Arnold, Andrew Babyak, Cam Hackstead, John Tanya, and Grayson Schaefer. The wide receivers will be J.J. Fonda, Vito Kamara. And we'll also see a couple of people, different people at the tight end position. At running back, it'll be Chase Jones. You also see Pano Zippolita. And, of course, the quarterback will be the sophomore, number 1, David Zippolita. Defensively, for the Bulldogs, up front, Gavin Seifert, Colt Arnold, Grayson Schaefer, and Cam Hackstead. The linebackers, Peyton Miller, Pano Zippolita, Angelo Angelilli, and Chase Jones. And in the secondary, Kelly Mimo, Vito Kamara, and J.J. Fonda. As we get ready for Elman Garcia to kick this one off. And we are underway. This is going to be a high, short kick heading toward the sideline. Land at the 30. It'll go out of bounds. And Poland will have the ball at the 35-yard line. Looked intentional, coach there. So Liberty playing it safe.
Yeah, and I thought Poland was going to do that. So that goes to show you a little bit of respect for that return team. So here we go. What are we going to do?
I say it's going to be a lot of respect here between these two teams. Probably like a boxing match. A little feeling out here in the first round or so. Poland will have the ball 1st and 10 as we get ready here on the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week. Oh, Poland's going to make them kick it again. All right, so they're going to make them kick this as they'll try this one again. Garcia will take the shot at that. Poland, I thought, would take the ball with the good field position to the 35, but the returners up front, they're very comfortable with. Vito Kamara is the one you'll have to watch. And when he kicked that ball, coach, he kicked it right in the direction of Vito Kamara. Kamara has really set up the field position for Poland on special teams.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, very smart runner. He finds that hole, and he's quick as all get out. So, it's good, like I said, the speed matches. Don't care what they say with Liberty, but matches. Here we go.
Garcia going to try this one again after the 5-yard penalty. He'll kick this from his own 35-yard line. This time he'll put a boot in, going to head to the same area. And Vito Kamara coming up at the 28-yard line. He'll spin, turn to the inside, get to the 435, 40, and he'll get past the 45 down near the 48-yard line.
This is Everett Fitzhugh, the radio voice of the NHL Seattle Kraken, and you're listening to the home of the Youngstown Phantoms, Western Reserve Radio.
Youngstown, Warren, and Salem Sports Talk is on the iMedia One Network. Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast.
The game is over, but this time, instead of asking how many goals did you score or what were your stats,
We apologize. Got a little interrupted there by the network. Nonetheless, 1st and 10 for Poland Durham, 48-yard line, heavy backfield, 3 running backs, single receiver to the near side. Poland moving right to left. They'll pitch just one out to the outside. And that's going to be Kamara making the cut past the 50 in the Leopard territory, down at the Liberty 40-yard line. That'll be enough for a Poland first down. They go to Kamara at tailback. Take him out to the left, coach. First down.
Yeah, one thing that I will tell you that I've been watching Liberty, they have got to wrap these guys up. You're not just going to bump them down, so somebody better come flying up there and put a shoulder to them and hit and lift. Otherwise, we know what Poland running backs to do. As we saw it, we just turn, twist, and keep them legs going.
Zippolito will bring the play in from the sideline. He'll be on the left hash mark, moving right to left. 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line on the Liberty side of the ball. Single receiver to each side, I formation. Pano Zippolito, the fullback. Chase Jones, the tailback. They'll give it to Pano Zippolito. He'll drive his legs. He'll drag a defender with him and get down near the 35-yard line. That'll be a pickup nearly of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4 now for Poland.
Yeah, Poland's flexing his muscles up on top. And, okay, Liberty, got to get up and get to your huddle. Can't lose your head this early in the game. Can't afford to lose a lineman.
Justin Nelms in there on the tackle. They'll go back to the huddle. We're going to step aside 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to WRQX AM 600, The Patriot.
WRQX, Salem, Youngstown, Warren. We are AM 600, The Patriot, a Cumulus media station.
3 backs in the backfield again. Zippolito under center, single receiver to the near side. They'll hand this one off to Chase Jones. Jones going to tuck the ball away, going to trip it up. Right around the 34-yard line. Looked like he lost his footing. Had a little bit of room to run, but looked like the turf monster may have gotten. That'll bring up 3rd down for Poland.
I think he fell over the 45-yard line. 35-yard line, Jim. That's what it was.
That happens, Coach. I've seen it. Got to talk to the manufacturer of that as we have a 3rd and 5. 10:31 left here in this first quarter. If you're just joining us here on the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week, as Vito Camaro will flex out to the far side as a receiver. Single receiver to the near side. That'll be Anthony DeLomo. Zippolito in the shotgun with his brother Pano to the left. Kamara in motion from right to left. They'll give it to Kamara on the jet around. Going to be hemmed up in the backfield and brought down. And it's going to be Josiah Hill on the tackle, the 5'10", 260-pound senior for the Leopards.
Yeah, I would imagine this is 2-down territory. Oh, no, he might be bringing the punt team in to pin him.
Yep, the ball all the way back to the 40-yard line as Poland will bring on the punt team. They will try to send Liberty back.
Yeah, on that play, Jim, he came in motion this way, and they slanted to this direction and pinned him.
So Dion Tutwiler back to return for the Liberty Leopards. Vito Kamara standing around his own 48-yard line. He'll wait for the snap. Angelilli with a good snap. He'll get this back. This will be a high one. And Tutwiler going to let this one bounce. And Poland right on top of it. They're going to let it roll all the way down to the goal line. And they're going to down it. Did the player step into the end zone, though? No, they're going to say down at the 1-yard line. So Liberty will have the ball 1st and 10 with 99 yards to go. 9:22 left here first quarter. We are scoreless here in this Division 5 Region 17 matchup. And for Poland, 3rd down play. They're kind of hurt him there, Coach. Knocked him back 5 yards, but Poland playing the long game here.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I like the call. That was a great job. And I'll tell you what. He ran straight down that line. He made sure his feet were just outside that end zone line, and he was able to down it. So
DeJuan Moody will bring on the Liberty offense. He'll go into a shotgun. Tutwiler will be to his left. Everybody will be in tight. Actually, they'll have an up back. He'll go under center. They'll hand this one off the left side under pressure, and he's going to be knocked backwards, but he got out of the end zone. May have picked up a yard on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 2nd and 9 for Liberty. Tried to bounce it to the outside, Coach, there, and fortunately that momentum pulled him forward, and the officials marked him down.
Yeah, well, I think it was out of the end zone originally, but Poland was there scraping, and let me tell you what, he got hit, looked like by 4 guys, and brought him down. So they're aware of his speed, and they know they got a gang tackle.
Yeah, one misstep, and that could be a 99-yard run as Moody under center, going to wait for the snap, stack formation, hand it off to the second man through, and he'll make it out past the 5 and all the way down to the 8-yard line. So that'll be 3rd and 3 now coming up for Liberty as they fight their way out of the shadow of their own end zone.
Now let's see what Liberty does. See if Poland's going to be able to hold them here, get good field position. Watch for that quarterback pulling it and running a boot or a quick pitch.
So they're actually going to call 3rd and 4. 8:13 left here, first quarter, no score. Go back this time. We go under center again, heavy backfield. 3 backs in the backfield, moving up front. And it's going to be half the distance of the goal. Ball's at the 7. That'll move it back to about the 3.5-yard line.
And Poland does this all the time where they wait for the last second and shift and they draws them off every time. So, absolutely outstanding job.
Moody coming to the sideline.
Be smart here. Watch if they're in tight. Watch those tight ends. Somebody sneaking out of the backfield.
Ball marked at the 2-yard line. 3rd and just about 7, maybe 8 on the play, depending on how you want to spot it. They'll go heavy backfield again. Trying to get out of there. He'll hand it off to the right side and pick up a couple yards on the play. He'll get that couple yards back from the penalty, but that's going to bring up 4th down and Liberty. We'll have to punt this from their own end zone with 7:27 left here, first quarter.
Now Poland should get magnificent field position. Now all we got to do is be very careful here. Watch the speed coming down. Collect the ball. Don't take any ill-advised chances. Get a good return here because you have great field position right now.
Garcia, about 5 or 6 yards into his own end zone, will punt to Vito Camara, who's at the Liberty 38-yard line. He'll be on the right hash mark. He'll be closest to us. Good snap back. They'll get this one up. It's going to be a short, high, end-over-end kick, and it'll land out of bounds near the 25. See where the officials are going to mark it as the head linesman will stop at the 30. He'll wait for the chop. He'll look to the referee, and they're going to say the 25-yard line. Poland will have the ball 1st and 10 at the Liberty 25-yard line. 6:52 left here, first quarter, and Poland being very strategic, and it's working out for them thus far.
Yeah, it was a couple of good calls, so let's see what they do. Now, offensively, they have got to be smart here. Just pick away. Don't get greedy.
1st and 10 for Poland at the Liberty 25-yard line. 6:52 left here, first quarter. Chase Jones, Angelo Angelilli in the backfield. David Zippolito will go under center. Have twin receivers to the far side. They'll work from the left hash. No flip side. That'll be Pete Zumas. Now the tight end on the left side. Chase Jones with the handoff. He'll cut. Flag's going to come in, and that's going to be in the area of holding, I believe. But see if we can get the call from the official. Indeed, it will be holding against Poland, and that flag came out nearly immediately.
Well, it looked like somebody blitzed, and I didn't get a number on who grabbed him in the backfield. But it was like, if you're going to hold, you can't hold there because you're in the backfield, and you can see that.
Holding, number 28, offense. 10 yards penalty from the previous spot.
So that will move them back to the Liberty 35-yard line. And your favorite down and distance, Coach?
It's
1st and 20, not 1st and 15, but it can't always be your way.
Yeah, I know. It's just how it goes.
This is how your plays were scripted.
Absolutely, they were.
You can thank us later. Kamara, the single receiver to the far side. Zuma's going to be the wing to the right. Have a receiver tight to the left side. Zippolito in the shotgun. Low snap. He'll roll out to the far side. Stepping up in the pocket. A little bit of room to run. He'll cut back to the inside. Coming back to the sideline near us. Out to the 20. He'll be knocked out of bounds near the 18-yard line. Actually, I think they'll give him the 19. And that should be a pickup of 16 yards for Poland. And that'll give them it'll be a 2nd and short now, much more manageable than that 1st and 20.
So you got 2nd, I'm going to say about 4.
All right, so they'll need to get to the 15-yard line for a 1st down. 6:21 left here in this first quarter. T formation now as Kamara will go under center. He'll check to the sideline. Zippolito, Angelilli, and Jones will be the running backs. Kamara checking with the sideline. Plenty of time on the play clock. 10 seconds still. Vito Kamara now under center.
Kamara, quarterback.
Kamara Giving it to Chase Jones. Jones cuts back to the inside, past the 15, and down to the 12-yard line, and that's going to be enough for a Poland first down. So Poland works their way out of the penalty yardage for a first down here in the red zone.
Well, he hit the hole very well then, but then what he did, Jim, is he kind of pitter-pattered through there, find a little extra yards, and that was a good job. Good run. Liberty's got to be aware of this because they keep getting, if this happens the whole game. This could really wear Liberty out badly.
First and 10 from the Liberty 12-yard line. As we'll have Gavin Seifert got off the field. I think there was an issue with some personnel, and Poland's going to take a timeout, and they're going to reset the play clock. 5:50 left here, first quarter. We'll step aside for a timeout. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on City View Sportscast and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back after this.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC, find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
First and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 12-yard line. However, Coach, you said that there was a little concern there. You noticed they broke the huddle with 12 there, was trying to send Seifert out, but it resulted in them having to take the timeout.
Which was safe because it didn't cost them yardage. Yeah, it cost them a timeout, but I'd rather get the timeout in and lose yardage like that.
So first and 10. As Zippolita now will be in the shotgun. Chase Jones to his right. Pano Zippolita will be the wing to the right. Kamara, the receiver, to the far right. Zuma's tight end to the left, rolling out to the far side. Fires into the corner of the end zone, and that's going to be caught. Is that going to be a touchdown? Indeed! It's going to be Vito Kamara on the 12-yard touchdown reception. That's going to give Poland the 6-0 lead with 5:45 left here in the first quarter.
Yeah, he outran the DB, and the DB then never turned his head to knock it down.
And I believe last time when they played Struthers, we saw that exact same pattern and that exact same catch for Poland.
I see that so much. And I know Carol sits at games watching it on TV, and that's something that I say, why do they every time on the back shoulder, if they'd turn around and just peek in the backfield, they'd get it. They'd pick it off.
Salvi Karamusa for the extra point. This one up and good. And it's 5:45 left here, first quarter. Poland takes a 7-0 lead on a 12-yard touchdown pass from David Zippolita to Vito Kamara. And, Coach, we're seeing some players move around different positions. We've seen Kamara at quarterback. They've taken David off the field a little bit here, and multiple formations. And for Liberty, maybe the most complex offense they've seen this year.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, I don't think Liberty has faced anybody in Poland's caliber as far as as many players as they got on the field. And I think that, they really got to be cautious on this. They have got to get down, hold the ball, control the ball, get down there and score. Because if they get behind with Poland, it could be a rough ride coming back.
For Poland, that is going to be Zippolitas' 13th touchdown of the year. And for Kamara, that is going to be his 9th receiving touchdown of the year.
Now, Jim, this is going to be interesting. Again, I refer to my brother because I get a little scoop. And I asked Coach Dave, I said, so Squibbit, what are you going to do? They want to kick this. They're going to kick it off. They don't want to give up any yardage. So they better do a great job on this return team or it could be real quick scores. But I notice I see a lot of starting numbers on there.
So Aiden Varancha is out to kick off for Poland. DeJuan Moody back to return. I believe that's going to be Detweiler as well.
Yep.
As Varancha is going to kick in. This one out to the 8-yard line, picked up, brought back by Liberty, out to the 15. That's going to be Tutwiler. Out to the 25, and he's going to be brought down near the 26-yard line. Liberty will take over first and 10 with 5:37 left here in the first quarter. Liberty trailing by a score of 7-0. And for Tutwiler, he's one you have to keep an eye on. Of course, 1,135 yards rushing for the junior, along with 17 touchdowns.
And now he was brought down by Angelo Angelilli. I'll tell you what, good job. Stayed square. He got to him and was able to break down. Good job by the kick coverage, too. I mean, they got past that first line, and they were there.
Interesting change. I don't know if you noticed Tyson Watson at quarterback for the Liberty Leopards. Moody going to be the receiver to the far side, single receiver to the near side. They'll go twins left. They'll send Tutwiler in motion from left to right. Back to pass, looking up, fires over the middle, and that's going to be caught at the 46-yard line. He'll get it out to the 47. Tackle made by J.J. Fonda.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he was wide open. I noticed this young man. I was watching him in pregame, and I'll tell you what, young player, I believe he's a freshman, and he gets the job done. So now we've got a change in quarterback again. Moody back in.
Tyson Watson, the senior for Liberty. Looks like he'll go back to quarterback. Looks like he's reading off the wrist coach. 5:11 left here, first quarter. McDougal will be the single receiver to the far side. They'll go three receivers to the right. Moody this time. 1st and 10 at the Liberty 47. Low snap on the ground. Moody looking to pick it up, and he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. Was looking forward. I thought he was going to be able to recover, try to make something out of it, but Moody doing the smart thing, getting down on it, living for another down.
Yeah, and I didn't get who was in there, but there were two Poland players within about 2 yards of him. If he would have picked it up, that would not have been good. So it was probably smart just diving on it.
Yeah, drive started out at the 47-yard line. They'll mark it now at the 32. So 2nd and 25 now for Liberty. 4:27 left here, first quarter. Three receivers now to the left. Single receiver to the near side. That's going to be Moody this time. They're going to put Watson back at quarterback. It's going to be Moody and Kamara one-on-one. Back to pass, looking right at Moody. Right down the sideline, and it's going to be caught. Now, was it caught inbounds? Indeed it was, and it's going to be a first down for Liberty. At the Poland 42-yard line, DeJuan Moody going up after that. And Moody, with the height advantage, used all of that. Moody right now, only 5'11", 175, but you would think he was about 6'4".
Yeah, he climbed the ladder on that one, brought it down, and was able to keep his feet in bounds. So Poland got to be aware of that when they put the young one in. So not good.
So 1st and 10 at the Poland 42-yard line. 4:08 left here. First frame. They'll go three receivers to the left this time. They'll send a man in motion from left to right. That'll be J.Pierre Green. They'll hand it off up the middle, pick up some yards here, get down near the 40-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 2, 2nd and 8 now for Liberty, as we have just under 4 minutes here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, good football game to this point. But Liberty is actually moving the ball on them. They got them on these big pass plays. Poland's got to tighten up and get to the quarterback.
So Moody and Watson switching back and forth at quarterback. Kamar Watson will be the receiver to the far side. Enrico J.Pierre Green will be the slot. And it will be Xavier McDougal, the single receiver to the near side. They'll go wing right. Moody going to change Holloman from right to left. They'll hand this one off. Off to the left side with some room to run. 35, 30. Has some room. And it's going to be Chase Jones with the angle. It's going to knock him out of bounds. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. And a big run by Deon Tutwiler gives Liberty some life here.
Something I talked about that I saw on film, that they do a great job up front. And, boy, let me tell you what, they pinned that end on Poland, and they were able to get around the edge. Receiver on that side did an outstanding job blocking downfield. So they do a good job blocking for the running back. So Poland's got to tighten it up here. They went right down the field.
So 1st and goal from the 8, 3:13 left in the first quarter. They'll work from the left hash mark. Single receiver to the near side. That'll be Xavier McDougal. They'll send a man in motion from left to right. That'll be Pierre Green. They'll take it to the far side. Moody cutting back to the inside, and he'll head into the end zone for the Liberty touchdown. 3:06 left here in the first quarter, and Liberty is a point away from tying this one up.
Good job by Liberty. They got Poland on their heels. Liberty's doing a good job with mixing it up a bit. Poland's got to tighten up that defense. All important extra point.
Juan Moody gets into the end zone. 7-6 is your score. Garcia in for the extra point. Tyson Watson to hold. Snap is back. Kick is up. And it is good. 3:06 left here in the first quarter. And Poland and Liberty are now tied at 7, courtesy of an 8-yard run by DeJuan Moody. And over on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240, the McDonald Blue Devils lead the Warren JFK Eagles by a score of 7-1. That is after the first quarter, as the McDonald Blue Devils looking to remain undefeated here in 2025. They've had a great season over there in Trumbull County.
Absolutely. I remember going there and doing some games, and they didn't look very good. I remember us saying, but look at the people who are out there playing. There are a lot of young kids, and now it's paying off for them.
A little patience out there. Have that new stadium out there just opened last year. And a beautiful facility it is.
Yeah, absolutely it is.
3:06 left here. I want to remind you, the Youngstown Patricians are having a signing party on November 15th at Westside Bowling Lanes. They're on Mahoning Avenue. Come out, meet the team. Maybe an opportunity to get back on the gridiron. Whether you're a former high school player, college, even some professional.
You know, I was thinking, nah.
I don't know about it. Garcia approaching this one. This one's going to be a low line drive. It'll head towards the end zone, and Kamara will let this one go into the end zone with 3:06 left. Clock will not start. And Poland will have the ball 1st and 10 with 3:06 as we are tied at 7. And right now for both teams, it's about making adjustments defensively.
Yeah, absolutely it is. And I'll tell you what, Liberty come out and they threw on him. And that was something that worried me about the defensive backs. They got to be up there tighter on that, but got to admit they were there. It's just that Liberty went up, climbed the ladder on a couple of plays, and were able to get there. So they just got to tighten them DBs up now and see what they can do offensively.
High formation, Pano Zippolita at the fullback position. Chase Jones at tailback, twin receivers to the left of David Zippolita. David going to hand this one off the right side. Poland will drive forward. He'll try to get out to the 25, drive up maybe for another yard or two. And he'll drive out, looks like to the 27-yard line, pick up a 7, 2nd and 3 now for Poland as they'll move to the right side of the field.
Absolutely. Just feed the dogs. That's all we're going to do is then they're going to try to wear Liberty out. And that's what they got to do.
Clock will continue to run as we approach the 2.5-minute mark of the first frame here. And this Division 5 Region 17 matchup, some great playoff matchups in the Valley tonight. Of course, South Range and Mooney getting reacquainted after a 38-30 win by Mooney earlier in the regular season as they go back to the I formation. Twin receivers again to the left of Zippolita. Brother Pano, the fullback. Back to pass, fires downfield, and that's going to be caught at the 49-yard line. He'll be pushed out of bounds. And I believe that's going to be Gavin Seifert on the reception for Poland. And a big play for the Bulldogs. Gets them out near midfield with 2 minutes left here first quarter.
Yeah, that was a good job. Great play. And hit him where he needed, and that was on Watson.
Actually, they're going to give him the 48-yard line on the Liberty side of the field. I thought he got pushed out of bounds, but the officials will give him the credit for the extra 2 yards. As he will snap this ball with just about 1:35 left in the first quarter. Zippolita in the shotgun, single receiver to each side. They'll send Kamara in motion. Zippolita going to pull his ball on the motion. He's going to be upfield past the 40. He'll get knocked down at the 40-yard line. He'll be about a yard short of another Poland first down. So 2nd and 1 for the Bulldogs as they are in Liberty territory with just about 1:15 left here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Liberty will come out and smack you in the mouth. But I'll tell you right now, that didn't slow up David. You've got 2nd and about a yard. That's all they got. And they're on the 39-yard line going in.
Kelly Mumobi, the single receiver to the far side. Lomo to the near side. Kamara now at the quarterback position, one running back to each side. Zippolita will be the wing to the right. Play action, and he'll hand it off to David Zippolita. Zippolita trying to cut up, but there's going to be a flag on the play. An obvious hold there for Poland, and I believe that's going to be Tanya that they're going to get on the hold.
Yeah, there was a whole lot of laundry flying from the
I think all the officials agreed that that was a hold.
Absolutely.
So instead of 2nd and 9, now it'll be 2nd and 11.
Number 68, offense, in your penalty.
As we get down to just about 46 seconds left here, first quarter, all tied up at 7.
And this is what Poland cannot do. Mistakes. We talk about it. Now, talk about in the playoffs. That's what you do not want. You have got to be smart football. You can't be grabbing like that, especially when there's nobody else around. Officials are right there.
Poland from the right hash mark now. Clock will start. Kamara at the quarterback position. Single receiver to the far side. Twin receivers to the near side. Play action. Kamara taking the ball himself. Working off the read of Chase Jones, and he'll make it down to the 43-yard line. Pickup of 6. It'll be 3rd and 5 now for Poland on the Liberty side of the field.
Yeah, and that was a good job, good run, and very patient, good job blocking up there. So we'll see what they're just going to let the quarter run out and go into the second quarter.
Last 5 seconds will tick off here in Poland. After 1, we are all tied up at 7. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on City View Sportscast and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back after this.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC, find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
We'll flip sides of the field here. 12 minutes up on the board. Second quarter action coming up here. Poland 3rd and 5 from the Liberty 43-yard line. Over on Western Reserve Radio, Tune Sports Radio 1240. Oh, some movement up front. And did Zippolita draw Liberty offside? It's going to be an encroachment, and should be a first down for Poland. So that's going to be an easy one for the Bulldogs. And David Zippolita's kind of developed.
Encroachment. Defense. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
So Zippolita perfecting the hard count. As Poland now will have the ball 1st and 10 at the Liberty 38-yard line. And as I was going to say, over on Western Reserve Radio 2, Sports Radio 1240, McDonald and JFK all tied up at 7. That game with Mark Means and Dave Clark. As we'll work from the right hash mark this time. 1st and 10 here. The officials trying to reset the play clock to 40 seconds, but Poland already at the line. Zippolita in the shotgun. Twin receivers to the right. Pano Zippolita will be the wing to the right as well. Chase Jones going to be on the right hip of the Poland signal caller. David Zippolita waiting for the snap. He'll take the snap. Quick pass out to Kamara. Kamara on the swing will spin and maybe picked up a yard. Oh, might have lost a yard on the play. And it'll bring up 2nd down now for Poland.
Yeah, lost about a yard on that, Jim. We didn't get a block. That was one of the problems. They've got to be able to get that guy in front of them, and he just ran around him, so he's going nowhere. Again, going to the short side of the field.
They're going to say he got back to the original line of scrimmage, so 2nd and 10 for Poland. As DeLomo and Kamara will be the receivers to the left. Seifert will be the tight end on the left side as well. I formation. Chase Jones, the tailback. Zippolita under center. And we're going to have a timeout as Liberty will call a timeout with 11:15 left here in the second quarter.
Defense was not set, Jim. What happened was they had a receiver on the inside. Nobody covered him. And they never shifted over to the strength when they rotated the tight end over, and they were still on this side, on the short side, and that would have left that outside edge wide open.
Some of the great matchups in the Valley tonight. It's Boardman heading over to Akron to take on the Hoban Knights. Green taking on Austintown Fitch. That in Austintown, Kenston and Canfield going at it. Of course, we talked about South Range and Cardinal Mooney getting reacquainted. Garraway travels down to Columbiana to take on Crestview. Manchester at Girard. Salem taking on Glenville. Warren JFK McDonald over on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. East Palestine taking on Mogador. And Smithville at United. Norton taking on West Branch. That game being played in Beloit. And Southington will take on St. Mary Central Catholic in an 8-man football championship tomorrow.
Yeah. Pretty good about that. I like that.
So
in the championship.
I believe that's going to be televised somewhere. It'll be interesting to watch that. A little bit of different style of football.
Absolutely.
As Zippolita now in the shotgun, Chase Jones behind him. He'll go with the hard count, and he'll look to the left and look to Coach Pavlansky for a change. 11:15 left here, second quarter, tied up at 7. Chase Jones now on the left hip of David Zippolita. He'll hand it off to David. David trying to get back upfield. He'll get out to the 40. Got back to the original line of scrimmage, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 10 for Poland, working again to the short side of the field.
Yeah, I just don't understand that when you've got that much ground to make up. Now you got 3rd down and long.
The clock will stop with 11:09. Left here, mark the ball at the 39-yard line. So 3rd and 11 for Poland. They'll make some wholesale changes. Fonda going to come in for Poland as well as Mimo. David Zippolita will run the play in from the sideline. Short side of the field is on our side here. Poland moving left to right. Fonda and DeLomo will be the twin receivers to the left. Twin receivers to the right. That'll be Kamara. Back to pass. Under pressure. Zippolita stepping up. Looking downfield. Fires. And his receiver's going to fall down. Did he catch that?
He caught that.
Did he catch that? Did J.J. Fonda catch that on his back?
He caught that.
And it's going to be just enough for a first down. Fonda looked like he was rolling down, and
J.J. Fonda with the reception.
All right, that will be a reception according to Thomas John, our PA announcer.
That's a first down. That is an outstanding catch.
Yeah.
Good throw, too, by David.
David Zippolita created some time rolling out to the short side, fired it, and I believe threw it to Fonda, who was down on the ground.
Yep, he did. Threw it right at him, so he had no choice but to catch that.
All right, so 1st and 10 for Poland at the Liberty 26-yard line. 3 receivers to the left. That'll be DeLomo, Kamara, and Fonda. Single receiver to the near side. That'll be Mimo. Zippolita in a shotgun. Kamara in motion. He'll go back left. Shoulder fake by Zippolita, trying to direct traffic, looking downfield, and that one's going to be blocked. It's going to be blocked as it was being thrown, batted down by Justin Nelms, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for Poland. As really no options in the secondary. The Liberty secondary doing a great job taking those options away.
That's exactly what happened. The great coverage in the defensive back by Liberty, and he had nowhere to go with it. And then I think he thought about tucking and running, but I'll tell you what, those guys up front are doing a great job for Liberty. They're putting heat on them.
That includes Devon Perry right there in the center of that Liberty defense. So DeLomo and Fonda, again, the twin receivers to the far side. Mimo and Kamara to the right. Zippolita in the shotgun. Jones to his left hip. He'll send Kamara in motion from right to left. He'll give it to Kamara. Kamara looking for a lane upfield. He'll get out near the 20-yard line. Pickup of 6. It'll be 3rd and 4 now for Poland as we approach the 10-minute mark of the second quarter.
Now, I'll tell you what, Liberty's getting after it. They have good speed on that, and that's what we expected to see. But they are doing a good job against the offensive line of Poland. They are not giving anything. And we have a Liberty player down.
All right, so an injury time out here. 10:05 left here in the second quarter. Of course, scores will start to come in here on this playoff weekend. Right now, on the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update, Akron-Hoban has a 14-0 lead over Boardman. Green with a 14-7 lead over Austintown Fitch. Canfield leads Kenston 7-0. Cardinal Mooney with a 7-6 lead over South Range. Garraway leads Crestview 7-0. Girard leads Manchester 7-0. Glenville has jumped out to a 14-0 lead. With a 28-0 lead over East Palestine. Welcome to Mogador there, Bulldogs. That's a tough task for anybody.
Yeah.
And United leads Smithville by a score of 7-0. West Branch leads Norton 14-7. Lucas Black and the Warriors up by a touchdown there in Beloit.
Some good games in the Valley.
Great quarterback out there, Green Tyson Hunka. Got to spend some time with him as with a member of the Canton Akron Jets hockey team. So Zippolita in the shotgun. He'll give it to Chase Jones. Jones trying to find room to run, gets upfield, and he should have enough for a Poland first down. We'll mark it maybe right around the 14-yard line. 9:48 left here, second quarter.
There was a timeout, and unfortunately when the player got hurt, they never substitute, so they ran that play with 9 guys. With 9 guys.
All right, well.
9 or 10.
9, 10, 11.
Yeah, so it looked like you were 2 guys running in.
Kamara now the single receiver to the far side. Zippolita will be the wing to the left. David Zippolita in the shotgun. Chase Jones to his left in the backfield. He'll give it to Chase Jones again. Jones upfield. He'll fight his way down near the 2-yard line.
Chase Jones down inside the 5.
Wow.
Did he hit that?
We'll see where they're going to mark this.
Going to take a 2-yard line.
All right, so that's going to be an 11-yard gain for Poland. And it's going to be first and goal for the Bulldogs with 9:15 left here in the second quarter. Tied up at 7. Zumas will be the tight end to the right. T formation. Kamara will go under center this time. Kamara handing this one off to Pano Zippolita and into the end zone. Zippolita adds 6. It's 13-7 in favor of Poland. And for Pano Zippolita, that will be his 7th touchdown of the year. Poland now takes the lead, 13-7, pending the extra point.
Absolutely. They got to stay with this. Now Poland's defense has got to dig in. They got to stop Liberty because Liberty's throwing the ball well on them.
Pana Zippolita getting into the end zone. Salvi Karamusa in for the extra point. Vito Kamara to hold. Snap is back. Kick is up. And it is good. 8:57 left here, second quarter. Poland takes a 14-7 lead. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on City View Sportscast and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back after this.
Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
8:57 left here, second quarter. Poland takes a 14-7 lead on a 2-yard run by Pano Zippolita. And Poland will kick off here. We'll see if they want to kick this one deep here, although they seem pretty adamant about it.
Yeah, they've got a lot of starters in there.
Interesting point here. The statistician from the Liberty Leopards, Brian Wan, is sitting next to us, an original member of the original City View Sportscast back in 2014.
How about that?
We have a connection everywhere as Aiden Varanches will kick this one off. Varanches waiting for the whistle. Moody and Tutwiler back to return. This is going to be a high end-over-end kick. It'll be picked up near the 8-yard line. And this will be DeJuan Moody. He'll be knocked out of bounds short of the 30-yard line. And Liberty will take over with 8:50 left here, second quarter, trailing 14-7. We'll see what adjustments Poland Bulldogs have made as they were really tested through the air there, Coach, on that last drive. Liberty looking crisp.
Well, I want to tell you something. They've really shored up that kick cover team, too, because throughout the season, they didn't do a very good job. So they've straightened that mess out, but now they have got to do a better job on this defense and stop Liberty.
So 8:50 left here, second quarter. They'll go 3 receivers to the right this time. Moody will be at the quarterback position. Tutwiler will be the running back to his left. Moody trying to send somebody in motion there. Actually, he'll get it now. It'll be Jean-Pierre Green. It'll be Moody keeping the ball out to the 30, and he will be knocked out of bounds near the 36-yard line. Pick up just about 6 on the play. That should be 2nd and 4 now for Liberty.
Good job by Liberty. I'll tell you what, he got to the edge on that. Great job blocking. I'll tell you what, I am impressed with Liberty's blocking up front. They do a great job.
And you take a look at the starters here, Coach. For Liberty, they have 2 freshmen starting on that line, Aaron Barkley and Devon Jefferson. So they're going to have some people there for some years to come, as Tyson Watson will be the receiver to the far side. They'll have a slot to the right of Moody, single receiver to the near side. 2nd and 4, ball at the 36. They're going to send Lard in motion from left to right. They're going to roll out to the far side. Moody looking downfield, fires. That's going to be caught near the 40 and brought out near midfield into Poland territory, down near the 47-yard line. I believe that was going to be Enrico Jean-Pierre Green with the reception for Liberty. Sets them up in Poland territory with 8:32 left here in the second quarter.
I tell you what, they're throwing all over Poland, and I tell you, Poland's got to make some adjustments, and I'm sure they will at halftime, but they've got to adjust this down. Actually, Zippolita was on coverage on that, and he just got outran.
So ball at the Poland 47-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Leopards. 8:32 left here. McDougal will be the receiver to the near side. They'll send Jean-Pierre Green to the far side. Moody in the shotgun. They'll send a man in motion. That'll be Holloman. He'll go from right to left. Moody going to keep it himself flag coming out immediately. Moody upfield past the 40, 35, and he'll be knocked out of bounds on the angle, but there's a flag back there as Angelo Angelilli will pick him up, and it's going to be a false start or an illegal procedure coming up against Liberty, so that one will come back with 8:23 left here, second quarter.
I don't know if they had enough on the line.
Illegal formation. Offense, 5 men in the backfield. 5-yard penalty, previous spot, still first sets.
All right, so 8:23 left here. It will be Liberty. Too many men in the backfield. That will move them back to the Liberty side of the field at the 48-yard line. They'll wipe that play out.
Well, when he shifted, Jim, he needed to get on the line of scrimmage. He didn't. When they shifted, he went and he was in almost like a wingback position. Can't do that. You got to have enough on the line.
Sometimes you hope the official won't notice. Lard and Watson, 2 of the 3 receivers to the left. Moody in the shotgun. They're going to send Jean-Pierre Green to the far side. Hand this one off to the left side. It's going to be Tutwiler, and he'll cut it up out to the Poland 46-yard line. So they'll get back near the original line of scrimmage with 8:07 left here. Clock will continue to run. Poland with a 14-7 lead. Liberty will get the ball in the second half. That may be key coming up.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Poland's they got to tighten up because Liberty's just they're finding plays and finding things out and good motions and.
Lard and Watson, the twin receivers to the right of Moody. Single receiver to the near side. 2nd and 9 from the 46. Moody going to keep the ball. Try to be chased down by, almost brought down in the backfield by Seifert, but he'll make it out to the 40-yard line. Pickup of 6. It'll be 3rd and 3 now for Liberty.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the receiver on this side was well over the line. The far side. He asked for a spot, maybe the official, but looking straight down.
We'll see if our official observer, John Luceni, saw that.
Don't know if he did.
The Struthers native, who was there with the OHSAA. Jean-Pierre Green and Watson, the twin receivers to the right. Single receiver to the near side. Moody in the shotgun. Tutwiler to his left. Back to pass. Moody looking to his left. Fires out into the sideline and nearly threw it to a coach here. And that will bring up 4th down for the Liberty Leopards. 4th and 3 at the Poland 40-yard line, Coach. And you trail by 7, but only in the second quarter.
Yeah, I don't know if I would give him the field position here. I would probably punt him and pin him. But That's why I'm up here and they're down there.
All right, so Moody bringing the play in from the sideline. Looks like Liberty's going to go for it. 7:28 left here in the second frame. Poland with a 14-7 lead. They'll go twin receivers to the far side again. It'll be Jean-Pierre Green and Watson. Single receiver to the near side. Moody looking over the defense. Tutwiler to his left. I think there was some early motion, but Moody rolling out to the far side under pressure. He's rolling back to the near side looking for a block. Fires down in field, and it's going to be caught at the 30-yard line. Wow. An amazing catch. And an amazing catch by that young man. And that's going to be Prince Lard on the reception. And Liberty will convert on the fourth down. Moody creating time with his legs. And the clock will continue to run with 7:10 left here in the second quarter.
Yeah, that was an outstanding, good job. You talk about climbing the ladder. I don't think he got any higher than that and had it with his fingertips and brought it in.
Nope, working at the 29-yard line. I believe he'd have to have an FAA license to go any higher.
Kidding. His dad could never do that. I'll just
He was a defensive back, though.
But he still could have.
If he could catch, he'd have been a receiver. Lard and Watson, the twin receivers to the right. Jean-Pierre Green to the left. Moody looking to turn, trying to get to the inside, and he'll maybe pick up a half a yard on the play. Let's talk about John Lard, Prince Lard's father, again, who's a good defensive back in his own right.
John was a good man.
He is still a good man, by the way. You make it sound like that, Coach. I don't know.
Well,
he's still a good man.
I don't know. I haven't been around him, so I would hope he is.
We'll scan the crowd, see if we can find him.
So I could tell him I'm talking about him.
Absolutely. 2nd and 9 for Liberty. Ball at the Poland 29-yard line. As we approach the 6-minute mark here of the second quarter. Moody in the shotgun. And Poland will take their second timeout of the half here.
Timeout, Poland.
While we have a moment here, we'll see if we can take a look at the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update from around the Valley. Of course, over on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. It's Mark Means, Dave Clark. As we try to reload these scores here from around the Valley. Again, great matchups here. Right now, Akron-Hoban leads Boardman 21-0. Green with a 17-7 lead over Austintown Fitch. Canfield and Kenston close. It is 7-6 in favor of Canfield. South Range trailing Cardinal Mooney 7-6. Garraway 14-0 over Crestview. Glenville leading Salem 21-0. McDonald over JFK 14-7. Mogador now 35-0 in the second quarter over the East Palestine Bulldogs. United still with a 7-0 lead over Smithville. And West Branch extends their lead over Norton 21-7. So some local teams in danger right now as Boardman trails by 3 touchdowns. Fitch trailing by 2 touchdowns. They're trailing by 10. And South Range and Cardinal Mooney already in a close game there, Coach. 38-30 was the score in the regular season. Mooney getting the win there, but South Range seeming to develop that young squad.
Yeah, getting better.
Playing some good football here late in the 2025 season. So Mooney now into shotgun. Tutwiler to his right. Twin receivers to the short side. Single receiver to the far side. Mooney waiting for the snap. Movement up front. And we're going to get a flag. And it's going to be encroachment. So it'll go from 2nd and 9 to 2nd and 4 for Liberty. And that's a rarity for the Poland Bulldogs. They are not a very penalized team.
Well, I'll tell you what. They decided that they were going to give Poland a jump like they got jumped. So here we go. A little chess game going on.
This will put the ball at the 20. Well, they got the ball at the 23. The board says the 24, but either way, twin receivers to the left now for Moody. He'll go wing left. Single receiver to the far side. That'll be Watson. Moody in the shotgun. Going to send Holloman in motion from left to right. He'll set up as a wing to the right. They'll hand this one off to Tutwiler. He'll try to pick up some yards, and he'll be brought down by a host of Bulldogs led by Angelo Angelilli. That'll bring up 3rd down now for Liberty. Just about 2.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Great football game. I believe Liberty is they're hungry. They want this win.
You look at some of the statistics, they were so even between these two teams. The matchup on paper really is matching the game that we're seeing here tonight.
We talked about that bye, too. Here we go with that.
So Moody in the shotgun. Tutwiler offset to his left hip. Single receiver to the near side. That'll be McDougal. Will send it. Allman in motion from right to left. Give it to Tutwiler, and he's almost brought down to the backfield, and he won't get away the second time. He'll be pushed out of bounds, and that's going to be Vito Kamara finishing it off. Liberty wanted a flag for a late hit, but they were already in the throes of the tackle.
Yes.
For lack of a better phrase, and
they were in bounds.
And the officials, for some reason, congregating and talking about this.
Something happened where they're pointing back and Poland's clapping. So I don't know if there was a penalty.
I don't see any flag unless they're right next to the Liberty sideline that we can't see. But the officials talking about this. See if we can get an explanation from our referee.
Block in the back. Number 15, offense. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Repeat organizers.
They say number 15. No, Coach, I don't know if there was a 15 out there. That would have been Yusuf Hajawi. But I didn't. Or maybe they said 50, excuse me.
Yeah, maybe 50.
All right, so nonetheless, that's going to be a penalty, putting the ball back at the 33-yard line for Liberty. 3rd and 11 now for the Leopards. 5:08 left here in the second quarter. And they will wind the clock. And it'll be now 3rd and 11 for Liberty at the 34-yard line. Actually, it looks like the 33 to me, but the board says 34. I don't know if the board's not been calibrated or.
Well, it's either that or the gentleman up there, as we got to straighten him out.
Single receivers to each side. That'll be McDougal and Jean-Pierre Green. And we're going to get a whistle as Liberty is going to take a timeout with 4:43 left here in the second quarter.
Liberty.
Of course, that'll give us.
They had 10 players out there, Jim. That's why.
Of course, it'll give us an opportunity to take a notice of some of our sponsors here, including the Youngstown Patricians. But we'll have a team signing party on November 15th at Westside Bowling Lanes there on Mahoning Avenue. Go to the Youngstown Patricians Facebook page if you have any questions. Talk to John Galbraith, president of the board there, as they get ready for the 2026 season. That has become a year-round deal. Of course, I want to thank the Cleveland Cobras for sponsoring the Coaches Corner. The Cobras are in pursuit of a PAFL championship. If you're looking to continue your football career, contact owner Jesse Caldwell, 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football. And, of course, all kickoffs and field goals are brought to you by the Village Tavern. Village Tavern, for nearly 100 years, has been one of the area's favorite local spots for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Village Tavern is located at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard. Or check them out online at villagetavern3.com. As it'll be now 3rd and 13 for Liberty. 4:43 left here. Second quarter. Poland with a 14-7 lead. DeJuan Moody now the single receiver to the near side. He'll be one-on-one with Vito Kamara. One high safety for Poland. Back to pass. Firing down the sideline. Kamara's there. It's going to be caught by Kamara as an interception, and they're going to say that it's a catch at the 3-yard line. Poland gets the turnover. 4:36 left. And that will turn away the Leopards as Tyson Watson tried to hit DeJuan Moody down the sideline just on that 9 route. And after a 9-play drive, Liberty has nothing to show for it. Poland will start off 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line. 4:36 left here in the second quarter.
A lot of time. Get it done. Liberty's got to pick their chins up. A lot of people dragging. I'd like to do a shout out to a good friend of mine that had a knee replacement today, Mike Turk. And Michael, I hope you're doing well. And I'll be over his house doing some work for him Saturday, I think. And
that's what a good friend does.
I always do that.
Well, you should be right at my house, probably 9 a.m. tomorrow. Oh, you got to be at Dave's at 10. Never mind. That's right. All right, so David Zippolita under center, on single back. He'll hand this one off the left side, and Chase Jones going to fight his way out through there. May have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. A little scary there. Had some pressure coming in, but now it'll be second down now for Poland.
If he cuts it to the right, though, Jim, that could have been a little dangerous for Liberty. And he got knocked down, so he got about a yard on it.
Well, they'll call it 2nd and 10. They'll say he didn't get anywhere. Kamara going to be the single receiver to the near side for Poland this time. He'll be one-on-one with Prince Lard. Poland in the shotgun. Zippolita changing the play. He's standing in his own end zone. A little scary there, Coach. He'll hand this one off the right side. And they get it out to the 5-yard line. And Poland will pick up a couple yards on the play. That'll be Chase Jones on the carry for Poland. Clock will continue to run with 3:38 left.
Too much dancing, Jim. I think if he stayed forward and maybe cut back in instead of out, he ran right into the defender.
So each team has one timeout left, under 3.5 minutes to play here. Also down at the Cavelli Center, the Youngstown Phantoms, the Sioux City Stampede are scoreless there in the second period. Dave Ferris checking in on us from downtown Youngstown. Come on, Dave! Zippolita in the shotgun, 3 receivers to his left. He'll move Kamara inside. Hand this one off. Oh, Zippolita actually going to pull it. Fold everybody, and he's going to be upfield looking for a block. He has one man to beat. He's at midfield. He'll be chased down at the 30-yard line. They'll make him the 31. On the Liberty side of the field, and wait a minute, we got angry whistles going on over here. Was there a flag? We see one at the 40-yard line on the far side, on the Poland side.
I think it's going to be on the bench.
Okay, here we go.
Sideline warning.
Coach Pav. All right. Coach Pav got a little bit excited.
Tried to race the official downfield.
Yeah,
that happened. But Poland will have the ball 1st and 10 at the Liberty 34-yard line. 2:50 left here in the second quarter. Bulldogs lead 14-7. You can't blame the guy.
Well, I will have to say that did happen to me, not often, but a few times. And
we know.
Wow.
We know.
Wow. I never got penalized, though. Just warning.
Three receivers to the left here as we're going to get a whistle. And Poland is going to take their final timeout with 2:23 left here in the second quarter. And
he was jawing at a coach, so apparently he either didn't have the personnel or didn't like something.
Yeah, something not right there. So Coach Pavlansky will burn the final timeout of the first half as we take a look at the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. We can get this to refresh. That'll be great. All right, so what do I know? All right, so now Akron-Hoban with a 28-0 lead over the Bourbon Spartans. Green still with a 17-7 lead over Austintown Fitch. Cardinal Mooney's now taking a 14-6 lead over South Range. Garraway leads the Crestview Rebels 14-0. Girard still with a 7-0 lead over Manchester. A close game there over in Trumbull County. Glenville leads Salem 27-0. McDonald with a 14-7 lead over on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. Mogador now with a 41-0 lead in the second quarter over East Palestine. United trailing Smithville now 14-7, and West Branch leads 21-14. Norton coming back here, making a game out of it. As we'll have 2:23 left here in the second quarter. Kamara now at quarterback. Chase Jones to his right. 3 receivers to the right side. They'll be in a bunch. Kamara stepping back. Now trying to find room to run. He'll step up, pick up a couple yards on the play, and that will bring up second down. Top of the hour here in Poland. We're going to step aside 10 seconds for station identification. You are listening to WRQX AM 600, The Patriot, a Cumulus media station.
WRQX, Salem, Youngstown, Warren. We are AM 600, The Patriot, a Cumulus media station.
Clock will run now under 2 minutes as DeLomo will be the single receiver to the far side. Pano Zippolita the wing to the left. Kamara at quarterback. He'll have Jones to his left. Zippolita to his right. They'll hand off to Zippolita, almost brought down in the backfield. He'll slip one tackle back to the inside, and he'll go down near the 22-yard line. And that is enough for a Poland first down. The clock will stop with 1:35 left. It should stop just long enough to set the markers. And somebody's helmet came off. I believe that was going to be Zippolita's. Let's see if we can get a better look at the one without the hat on. That might have been Pano. One of the Zippolitas anyway.
I'm looking for the green shirt.
Either way, I don't think Mom's going to be happy with that.
Well, because there was a timeout, I would imagine he could stay in, but I do not know.
There was an injury timeout. DeJuan Moody went down. He'll be helped off the field. No worse for the wear, though.
We actually had 2 of them down, but the other Leopard got up.
DeJuan Moody, just a junior. Again, Liberty with a young squad, but you've got 3 freshmen starting on varsity right now that look pretty good.
Yeah, oh no, they got a young team. It's just numbers. I think they're going to have to take him out because his helmet came off. But there was an injury timeout, so I don't know how that works.
Yeah, official timeout. You would think he would have to come out for one play, but Liberty still showing one timeout up on the board. 1st and 10 now for Poland at the 22-yard line. 1:35 left here, so.
Yeah, David had to come out there walking him to the sidelines right now because the hat came off.
If things do not work out here, you always have Salvi Caramusa waiting in the bullpen.
2-yard line.
I think you got plenty of time here.
No timeouts for the Bulldogs. 1:35 left in the half. Liberty will get the ball in to start the second half. Poland leads 14-7. Pano Zipolita in a Wildcat. He's going to take it himself upfield. Find some room to run, cut back to the left. He'll jump one Leopard. He'll fight his way inside the 5, and we're going to have a flag on the play. Believe that might be a face mask.
Yeah, I got to think so.
If it is, that's just going to be half the distance. He's already inside the 5-yard line, I believe so. And that will give him about 2.5 yards if that is indeed the case. As Pano Zipolita at the quarterback position. We're going to get a Zipolita one way or another.
I got to believe that's it.
All right, we'll see if we can get a call
I'm thinking, I don't know.
Face mask. Defense. Half the distance to the goal. First step.
And that's going to put the ball at 2.5.
So that will mark it right around the 2.5 or 3-yard line. Depending on if they want to use the marker there. Officials always taught to use the line marker there, Coach.
Yeah, they're keeping David out. I see him on the sidelines, so.
Might have had an equipment malfunction here, but they'll go to the T formation. Jones, Angelilli, and Zipolita back there, and we'll get the whistle for play as Kamara will go under center with 1:09 left. Clock now running, and they're going to wait the 25 seconds to run this down. Kamara will go under center. Hand off to Pano Zipolita. He's going to drive his legs into the end zone. Touchdown, Poland. Poland takes a 20-7 lead with 51 seconds left here in the second quarter. And Poland trying to build a little bit of a cushion before they got to give the ball back to Liberty.
Yeah, I get it. They try to run some of the clock out. So we'll see what happens here. They get this extra point, and they're ahead 21-7, 14 points ahead of them.
Well, and you had to play that very carefully, Coach, because if you didn't get into the end zone, you would have to get that field goal unit on there really quick. So great clock management as Salvi Caramusa will come in for the extra point. Vito Kamara to hold. And we will wait for the pending extra point. A little bit of a low snap. Kick is up. And it is good. 51 seconds left here, first half. Poland takes a 21-7 lead over the Liberty Leopards. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on City View Sportscast at WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back after this.
Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Watch Rouse.
51 seconds left here, second quarter. Poland with a 21-7 lead. Pano Zipolita giving them the 2-yard run to increase their lead to 2 touchdowns. And a physical game here so far. A lot of it played on the ground. And for Liberty, it's been Moody and Tutwiler doing most of the work, but some outstanding plays for Liberty. They've had a couple of hiccups, and their ability to overcome penalties have not been as good as Poland's.
Absolutely. They're getting wore out. That's something we talked about.
Angelo Angelilli to kick off, and I kind of chuckle because he's not a very good kicker, so he'll kick this to the 35, and I don't know if Liberty touched it.
Liberty touched it.
All right, they touched it, so it'll go out of bounds. No return. Went out of bounds near the 32-yard line.
Wait a minute. I think I saw a flag drop.
Or was that a beanbag? Because they've made the beanbags now orange.
No, it's yellow. But I thought he touched it.
Yeah, okay. I didn't see anybody really throw the flag.
He dropped it.
All right, so worst case scenario, they have the ball at the 32-yard line or the 35 with 51 seconds left. I don't think there's going to make much of a difference here.
Nope. But
and the officials almost had their head taken off by the ball coming in for Liberty. This is getting dangerous, folks. So Liberty will take over 1st and 10. See what they're going to mark it at.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team. Liberty has chosen to take 5-yard penalty from the seating spot. First down.
Okay. So they'll have the ball at the 37. So no return by Liberty, and I think that's what Poland was looking for more than anything.
They got to get heat, and don't let anybody get behind you.
3 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left, empty backfield, fires over the middle, and that's going to be short. Pass was intended for Deon Tutwiler, but it looked like DeJuan Moody kind of threw that off his back foot.
Well, I'll tell you what, Vito, if he saw it coming a split second more, that could have been a pick 6. He just couldn't get there.
Clock will stop at 47 seconds left here. And if I didn't tell you, Poland in their blue jerseys and white pants tonight, blue helmets. Liberty in their all white with the maroon helmets looking sharp. Love the decal on the side of the Liberty Leopards helmet, the state of Ohio emblem, but also using the scratch
37-yard line
logo this year, which kind of reminiscent of a certain something we know. So twin receivers each side. They'll go 2 by 2. Moody in the shotgun. Tutwiler to his left. Back to pass. Looking downfield. Fires. It's going to be knocked away. And I believe that's going to be Cam Hackstead on the deflection. The 6', 220-pound senior knocks that one away with 42 seconds left. That'll bring up 3rd down now for Liberty.
Did the clock even run? I thought it was.
I don't believe that it did.
I don't think the clock ran because it was at 42 seconds.
And Coach Pavlansky has not said anything, so I think they're just going to kind of let that one go like it didn't happen. As DeJuan Moody will head to the sideline for a moment. They're showing Liberty with 1 timeout left. He will bring the play in from the sideline.
Okay.
So Tyson Watson will come in, and he may be at the quarterback position. 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Yeah, I think. We got a timeout by Liberty.
Liberty will have to take their last timeout. There was some confusion there, but it looked like they were going to put Watson at quarterback and DeJuan Moody at the receiver position. Over on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240 at the half. McDonald with a 14-7 lead over Warren JFK. Wow. As I got a visit from the opposing team here. John Lord checking in with us, talking about his son, Prince. Yeah. Goodness gracious. So
yeah, we were talking smack about you. I'm just saying.
Things going a little sideways here in the booth on the broadcast, but we get excited. So,
all right.
So John Lord, one of our outstanding defensive backs there, is a championship one in Girard.
37-yard.
Great man.
All right. So 3rd and 10 with 42 seconds left here. It's live radio, folks. Anything can happen. 3 receivers to the near side. Watson at quarterback. Quick pass out to Moody. Moody trying to find room to run. They'll push him out. Vito Kamara comes up, lays a hit, and then he'll be pushed out of bounds and finished off by J.J. Fonda. And that will stop the clock with 33 seconds left.
That's the best thing that could have happened to Poland. It stops the clock, makes them punt.
All right, we'll see if Liberty wants to take a shot downfield. And I'll tell you, with a DeJuan Moody out there on that outside one-on-one, I don't know, Coach. I would take that chance.
Well, what I was waiting to see is a toss pass.
Yeah, well, and I thought that was going to be the case, but he was too far forward, so it's a forward pass, and he was smart enough to realize that as Garcia will go back for the punt. 4th and 7. He's going to post up right around his own 28-yard line. Kamara at his own 32-yard line. Some pressure being shown by Poland. They're going to come for it, and we're going to get a whistle.
It looked like the right tackle or end on the right side jumped.
All right, so Poland making them a little skittish there on the Liberty front line.
False start. Offense number 4.
All right, so now 4th and 12 for Liberty, which really no big deal here. That's 5 yards. They'll still punt this one away. Kamara will just move up to right around his own 37-yard line.
And that's dangerous, having that man back there.
And we did note, I don't want to say there was some fatigue down there, but this has been a rough half for both teams. As
Now what do we got?
We got the official stopping the clock.
Oh, 33. Okay, because it was running.
Okay, so 25 seconds on the play clock, 33 seconds left on the clock for the second quarter as Garcia now back to punt. And there's some movement up front. Liberty's going to have to get set. Vito Kamara back at his own 37-yard line. Good snap. And he'll get it up. It's going to be a lone line drive right to Vito Kamara. He'll step to the far side, out to midfield, and he's going to be brought down near the Poland 49-yard line. He'll make it out to the Liberty 49. 22 seconds left here, Coach. They're not going to get the ball to start the second half. And you might have some opportunities here.
Oh, absolutely you can. I would throw some quick outs. Obviously, be very, very careful with that. You don't want to pick six at this point. But I'd try a few down the field.
So they will actually mark this down at the Liberty 49-yard line. We'll have 22 seconds left here in the second frame. Coming up here at the half, we'll give you a scoring recap. Take a look at some scores from around the Valley. We'll also give you the PAC report as the Grove City College Wolverines will head to Cleveland tomorrow to take on Case Western with 4 receivers to the right now. It'll be Zippolita in the shotgun. Back to pass. Fires down the far side, looking for the one-on-one, and it's going to be incomplete. Clock will stop with 17 seconds left. And a little groan from the home team. They thought maybe there was a late hit on J.J. Fonda. Fonda said, nope, that was a good play. So that will bring up second down now for Poland with 17 seconds left, Coach.
That only took, 33, so it took 6 seconds on that. A lot of time here. Get a nice one down the middle of the field if you can and complete it. And hopefully you got enough time to bring the field goal unit in and go 3 scores up.
Yep, Poland and Liberty both out of timeouts. Receivers 2x2. Zippolita in the shotgun. Jones to his right. Back to pass is Zippolita. Pump fakes. Under pressure, he'll go down in the backfield at his own 43-yard line. David Zippolita takes a rare sack and a great play, great pressure by Liberty as they bring that right up the middle. And
there it goes. It's going to be half. That's it.
Terrell Blackshear with the sack, and they're going to let this clock run down as we head to the break. After 2, Poland will head to halftime with a 21-7 lead over Liberty. We will step aside for a timeout. We come back. We'll have the halftime show here on the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week on City View Sportscast and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back after this.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
The Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Halftime here in Poland. Bulldogs with a 21-7 lead over the Liberty Leopards. The Leopard Marching Band out there, the very good Liberty Marching Band out there entertaining the home side. Take a look at the scoring recap here. As we would get it started in the first quarter, it would be David Zippolita hitting Vito Camara on a 12-yard touchdown pass with 5:45 left in the first frame. And then also in the first quarter with 3:06 left, DeJuan Moody got into the end zone on an 8-yard touchdown run. That would tie it up at 7. Second quarter action, it would be Pano Zippolita with 8:57 left in the second quarter, getting into the end zone on a 2-yard touchdown run. That would make the score 14-7. And then Pano Zippolita again with 51 seconds left in the half would get into the end zone, making the score 21-7. And for Liberty, their ability to move the ball is there. Coach couldn't finish off some of those drives, but they will get the ball there in the third quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. So, again, Liberty's got to come down the field. They got to score, because if they don't, and Poland gets the ball back, going down 3 scores, that's going to be a little rough.
Yeah, coming up here, the Poland Marching Band will come out in their new uniforms tonight, Coach. So new look here for the Poland Bulldog Marching Band, and could be the last home game for the seniors here. This next performance for the football team and the marching band, as we keep an eye on that game over in Girard, Poland. And Liberty will play the winner of Manchester and Girard. Last that we knew, Girard was up by a score of 7-0 over Manchester, and that could lead to an outstanding matchup here, depending on if Poland can do their part in a rematch that we saw earlier this year, Girard getting the 29-28 win over Poland. But, of course, a long way to go here with 2 quarters left here in round 2 of the playoffs.
Yeah, it's we got to get through this one, though, Jim. And I'll tell you what, Liberty's doing a good job. They just, I think they look like they were a little gassed going in, so that's going to be the only issue.
Yeah, a couple of good. One thing that stands out, Coach, 2 freshmen on the offensive line, really doing a great job.
Yeah, absolutely. No, they got a good football team. We knew that. Saw that they were getting after it, but unfortunately, when you got that same 11 on the field, offense and defensively, it's just too hard when you see Poland putting a lot of other guys in.
Aaron Barkley and Devon Jefferson, freshmen on those offensive line, the 2 guards, surrounded by seniors, one senior and 1 junior there. So it's a great look for Liberty, as they will have some things to build around coming up here in the 2026 season. I want to remind you, coming up tomorrow, the Grove City Wolverines will be back on Western Reserve Radio. They will head to Cleveland to take on Case Western. Pregame 12:15, kickoff 1 o'clock with Mark Means and the professor, Ryan Briggs. Grove City looking to get into a bowl game here. A couple of losses for the Wolverines, but they have stepped up in competition. That schedule was a gauntlet.
Oh, yeah.
For Coach DiDonato and the Wolverines, but we look forward to having them tomorrow in President's Athletic Conference action.
I was on deck for tomorrow's game, and what they said at the last minute was
like Mitch Trubisky, the professional backup.
I'm telling you. And Mr. Means called me and said, "Sorry, Bob, but thank you." And I saw it. So
we're going with the lefty.
Yeah.
We're going to step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we'll take you around the valley on the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. We'll let more here at the half. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on City View Sportscast and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back on the other side.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8500. 832. Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley. Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit PAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team, pride, Cobras. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Halftime continues here in Poland. Bulldogs with a 21-7 lead over the Liberty Leopards. Take a look at the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update from around the Valley. And right now, Morven Spartans at the half trail Akron Holman by a score of 31-0. Pitch, they get into the end zone. They cut Green's lead to 17-14. Canfield extends their lead over Kenston 21-6. Cardinal Mooney with a 14-6 lead over South Range. Garfield leads Claresville 13-7. Garraway with a 21-0 lead over Crestview, that at the half. Girard now with a 14-0 lead over Manchester. And Glenville shutting out Salem 21-9, that last reported in the second quarter. Warren JFK trails McDonald 14-7. That game over on Western Reserve Radio 2. Sports Radio 1240 with Mark Means and Dave Clark. And Mogador now extends their lead over the East Palestine Bulldogs in the second quarter, Coach. 48-0.
Ouch.
Yeah, rough night for the Bulldogs after their big win over Western Reserve last week. A very exciting game.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
As the Poland Bulldog marching band makes their way to the field.
Under the direction of Jeff Bezos and Jeff Penny.
Smithfield, they lead United 14-7. West Branch with a 21-14 lead over Norton. That game in Beloit. And the Phantoms and the
25,
Sioux City down at the Cavelli Center trying to get an updated score from Dave on that. He is down there at the Cavelli Center with our Youngstown Phantoms. Deep into the season already, Coach. They started back in early September, went down to the Fall Classic, and 32-game home season for the Phantoms. So by all means, get out down to the Cavelli Center.
Yep.
Affordable family fun. Coach, you've been down there. It's a great time. 747-747-puck. Call Kelsey Morton and crew down there. Get your tickets today for some exciting USHL action. Of course, you get to see all the future stars of the NHL right here in Youngstown. And we always use the example of Kyle Connor up there playing for the Jets. And more exciting news coming out of the Phantoms here. We'll watch. There's some changes being made there in the world of hockey, but we'll have to wait for some confirmation on that. Stay tuned as we get ready for third quarter action. We're going to step aside for another break. When we come back, we will have Commissioner Joe Underko and the President's Athletic Conference report here on City View Sportscast and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back right after this.
Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit PAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team, pride, Cobras.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday 10 to 4 and Saturday 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Western Reserve Radio is the Valley's online source for sports talk and local live events. Tune in and be a part of their live weekly shows, as well as all of the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football, and the GDFL. Find them at westernreserveradio.com. Tune in and the Live 365 app to be a part of the area's sports conversation. Be sure to visit them on Facebook at Western Reserve Radio and on Twitter at WR_radio.
Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Welcome to the PAC Football Report for November 8th, 2025. I'm Joe Underko. This week we will take a quick look back at last week's football action in the President's Athletic Conference, while also previewing Week 10 games this Saturday. Washington and Jefferson stayed unbeaten in PAC play with a 28-17 home win against Case Western Reserve, giving Coach Mike Sirianni his 200th career win. Grove City remained a game back with their 5th straight win, 59-14 over St. Vincent. In other action, Westminster rolled past Allegheny 57-21, while Waynesburg posted a 48-28 win at Bethany. Finally, Teal earned its first win of the season with a 48-20 road victory at Hiram. Geneva had the weekend off. Offensive PAC Player of the Week recognition in Week 9 went to Waynesburg junior running back Carson Shriver with 24 carries for 228 yards, including a 64-yard TD at Bethany. Defensive honors went to Teal senior linebacker Jake Badger with 8 tackles, an interception, and a fumble return for a TD at Hiram. Special teams laurels went to Waynesburg senior returner Isaac Trout with a 91-yard kickoff return TD at Bethany. Newcomer of the week was Westminster freshman quarterback Quentin Good, who passed for 292 yards and 2 scores versus Allegheny. The Week 10 league schedule again features 5 conference contests, while Allegheny has the bye. The game of the week features 6-2 W&J traveling to Beaver Falls to face 5-3 Geneva at Reeves Field at 1 p.m. The Presidents are 6-0 in league play and can clinch their league record 28th conference title with a win, while Geneva is 5-1 and can move into a tie for first with a victory. W&J has dominated the series 50-19-2 all time, including 17 straight wins, with the last GT win over the Presidents being a 19-0 Geneva shutout back in 1983. In other action, 4-3 Case Western Reserve hosts 6-2 Grove City at DeSanto Field in Cleveland at 1 p.m. The Spartans have won 5 of 9 all-time matchups with the Wolverines since 2006, but GCC has won the last 3 meetings, including a 30-20 final in Grove City a year ago. Wolverine head coach Andrew DiDonato previews the key conference matchup.
Yeah, we are 2 programs with a clear identity, and that's why these have been great games, including the overtime game last time we went down there. And they're so well coached and disciplined, and that's why it takes 4 quarters. And I think this is going to be another one of those exciting Grove City and Case matchups.
With a Week 11 bye upcoming, 3-6 Waynesburg closes the 2025 season at home this week by hosting 2-6 St. Vincent at Wiley Stadium at 1 p.m. It's the 44th all-time meeting in a series that dates back to 1929. The Jackets have won the last 2 matchups, including a 21-7 final in 2024. Waynesburg head coach Cornelius Coleman talks about maintaining balance on his team through the peaks and valleys of the season.
You know, I'm not doing it by myself. I have a great coaching staff. I have a great group of upperclassmen. I have a great group of seniors. So to even navigate through that where it was difficult at certain points, the love, the admiration, and the family atmosphere here kept us cemented as a team.
2 teams looking to finish their season on a positive note clash in Greenville when 0-8 Bethany travels to face 1-7 Teal at Alumni Stadium at 1 p.m. The longtime league foes face off for the 81st time since 1917. Teal has won 3 straight in the series, including edging the Bison 30-23 in West Virginia last year. Bethany head coach Brandon Robinson talks about working to get his program rewarded with a win this weekend.
I mean, it would be huge. I mean, obviously you can't put into words how hard things have been, and then that have an opportunity to get a win. And I can only imagine, we've been through that before, last year with the breakthrough when we went to St. Vincent. So it's a huge relief, and I mean, it would be huge for our program. It would be huge for our young men just from a day in, day out motivation and seeing some payoff.
Finally, 3-5 Hiram travels to face 5-3 Westminster at Bury Stadium in New Wilmington at 1 p.m. The Titans are 15-3-1 all-time against the Terriers and meet their new conference opponent for the first time since 2016, when Westminster recorded a 40-0 shutout victory. That's all for this edition of the PAC Football Report. Log on to the conference website at www.pacathletics.org all season long for the latest news, scores, statistics, and other league information. You can also follow us on social media via X, Facebook, and Instagram. Links are available at the PAC website. I'm Joe Underko. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you at the stadium.
Man, I loved playing high school sports growing up. And it's fun being a fan now, don't get me wrong, but sitting in the stands feels like I'm missing out on all the action, I wanted to get back in the game, so I signed up to be a high school official. It takes me back to my playing days. I'm supporting students, and I get paid to make the big calls. Do you want to see the game up close? Sign up to become an official in Ohio at highschoolofficials.com.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC, find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
They're on the way.
Back here, third quarter action imminent here in Poland as the Bulldogs have a 21-7 lead over the Liberty Leopards. Coach, in a game so far that's been physical. Liberty has played well. They haven't taken advantage of all their opportunities. Poland done a little bit better. They're up by 2 scores. However, Liberty gets the ball here in the third quarter. That could be a drive that could set the pace for Liberty.
Yeah, they need something. They can't let up, because if they don't go down and score, it could be an issue. But they looked a little tired coming off the field, banged up, so see if they can come out in the third quarter and maybe do a better job and try to get this done.
Phantoms and the Sioux Falls Stampede all tied up at 1 down at the Cavelli Center in Youngstown. Take a look at some scores while we have a moment here. Catch you up on the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. And it's been a rough night for some of the Valley teams here. Great matchup here, local matchup in Poland. The Bulldogs having a 21-7 lead. I'll get it out, Coach. Don't worry.
You're all right.
No
okay.
problem there.
Stutter there.
Our hard drive is just a little hinked up here. We're good. We're good though. Mark means to be proud of me as we wait for the updates here to pop up. We'll have the warm up period here for both teams. I want to remind you, coming up tomorrow, 12:15 pregame show for the Grove City Wolverines. They'll head to Cleveland to take on Case Western. 1 o'clock kickoff scheduled for that, as we have a hiccup here, but that's okay. All right, coming up tomorrow, too, on Western Reserve Radio 2, will be the Canton Akron Jets. With a 2 o'clock and a 5 o'clock game, they will host the Delta College Prep team out of Columbus. That will be played in Jackson Township, the Center Ice Sports Complex. Home games, doubleheader for the Canton Akron Jets, the defending 2024-2025 state champions. And for the Poland Bulldogs, one of those Jets plays trombone and potentially could be the last night for him here at Pavlansky Field as a senior. And You know better than anybody. Your kids are grown here. One even teaches here at Poland, and it goes fast.
That is my niece who is here.
Oh, that's right. That's your niece. That's right.
That is my niece. That is David's daughter.
You would know the difference.
Yeah. Yeah, my oldest daughter is, good Lord, let me think right now, 46, I think.
Which has to make you in your 80s. All right, anyway, we're going to take a look at the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. Having such a good time tonight here. Plenty of visits here from Liberty. A lot of connections here. Of course, my better half, a educator over there at the Liberty School District. She wore her Poland sweatshirt today, but if you look just below there, there's a T-shirt hanging out the bottom with maybe a little bit of burgundy in there. so you got to take... you got to give a little respect there. She knows where the paycheck comes from. So,
yeah, I got you.
Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. Akron Hobart having their way with Boardman now. It's 31-0. Green at the half leads Austintown Fitch 17-14. Canfield at the half now leading Kenston 24-6. Mooney with a 14-6 lead over South Range. Garfield leads Claresville 13-10. Garraway 21, Crestview nothing. That at the half as well. Girard with a 14-0 lead over Manchester. Glenville at the half, 36-0 over Salem. We got to see Salem in week 1. A much better season for the Quakers.
And we said from that game on, they will make the playoffs. They're a good football team, and they did.
Unfortunately, they're running into perennial powerhouse Glenville, who has a 36-0 lead. That will be a running clock in the second half. Over on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240 with Mark Means and Dave Clark. McDonald with a 14-7 lead at the half over the Warren JFK Eagles. Mogador, coach, at the half, 54-0 over East Palestine. East Palestine holding on to beat Western Reserve last week to move to this week. Not going so well for the local team. Smithville down by, you have to say it correctly, Coach, Worcester. With a 14-7. No, you got to say Worcester. I was corrected by the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack, who said I am saying it completely wrong. And West Branch at the half now with a 28-14 lead over Norton. Want to wish Lucas Black and his family good luck in that. He is a great young man. There's a lot of connections here in the football valley. And, of course, when you get into the hockey world, it's a little bit thinner, but they're spread out, and you really get to see a lot of them. And
well, a young man that played for me in 9th grade did an outstanding job, Gary Montine. He was a part of the Scots and broke a lot of records there at the school. And
the Scots.
It was fun going to see him play. Here we go, Jim.
All right. So Angela going to kick this one off. It's going to roll past the 20 to the 15-yard line, picked up by Liberty. It'll be brought out. And Liberty. That's going to be Tutwiler. Almost chased down, but he's going to break a couple of tackles. Flag going to come in. And Deion Tutwiler brought down at the 35-yard line, but I think it's going to come way back.
Oh, yeah.
As there was a block in the back, I believe.
Blindside, Jim.
Or blindside, excuse me.
Yes,
and
sir.
I believe it's going to be Amar Watson. He looked like the guilty party, maybe.
I tell you, you could see it coming.
On the return, personal foul. Blindside block, number 9. Receiving team. Half the distance to the goal. First down, Liberty.
All right, so the guilty look tells me that I know when I did that. That always meant that I did it. So that will take away a great return by Liberty with 11:45 left here, third quarter just underway.
But I think there was a lot of times that you did stuff and you said, no, sir, Coach, it wasn't me.
Deny. I will not say anything without my attorney. But nonetheless, Liberty will start off first and 10 from their own 8-yard line. Third quarter action here. Poland with a 21-7 lead. And what has been a great matchup here again. On paper, it looked like this should have been a great game, and indeed it has been. Twin receivers to the right of Moody. Single receiver to the far side. They're going to send Jean-Pierre Green in motion from right to left. Moody rolling out to the backside. He'll slip one tackle. He'll get around Seifert. And then Moody will be pushed out of bounds near the 20-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 12. And that'll be just enough for a Leopards first down.
Good job on the coverage by Poland. He had nowhere to go with it, but then he came back to the backside and gave him an alley.
So on Moody, creating opportunities with his legs. This clock will stop with 11:37 left here, third quarter. Liberty with the opening drive here in the third quarter. 3 receivers to the far side. Xavier McDougall will be the one widest. Moody in the shotgun. Detweiler to his right. Man in motion from left to right. Moody trying to find room. Seifert back there. He's going to pull it down. He's going to get the sack at the 12-yard line. And we're going to have a late flag on the play because I believe DeJuan Moody, was it Moody that came in? But there was somebody that flew in. I caught it out of the corner of my eye, Coach.
I don't know what happened.
But there was some activity.
I don't know if somebody got shoved or.
All right, well, let's see what the call is going to be from our official.
Dead ball. Personal foul. Number 4. Offense. Half the distance to the goal.
Yeah, he came in late.
Enrico Jean-Pierre Green. I saw the motion, didn't see the person. He went into a pile, but that's going to be half the distance. I mean, so not only do you take the sack, Coach, but get the dead ball foul.
Yeah, I mean, he was play was over, and holy mackerel, somebody come in there because Angelilli, it looked like Angelilli got drilled.
All right, so nonetheless, 2nd and 23 now for Liberty at the 6-yard line. Moody in the shotgun, Detweiler to his right, 3 receivers to his left. Liberty moving left to right on your devices. Hard count by Moody. He'll give it to Detweiler. Detweiler off the left side. He'll break some tackles past the 20, and he'll be brought down near the, past the 10, and brought down near the 15-yard line. Kamara on the tackle for Poland.
That was a good run. They had him, and I'll tell you what, you got to get it all into him, and you got to wrap him up, or he's going to go. But you still have 3rd and looks like maybe about 14. So
yeah, they'll say 3rd and 15, Coach, from the 14-yard line. And DeJuan Moody, yeah, he's not going to go down on that one hit there, Coach. I tell you, and only a junior. He's got an entire year where he's going to develop. They'll go twin receivers to the near side. That'll be Lard and Watson. Single receiver to the far side. Moody in the shotgun. Detweiler to his right. They'll send a man in motion from left to right. That's Jean-Pierre Green. Rolling out to the near side. Moody looking for a target downfield. Pano Zipolita's going to wrap him up. And he got the ball away. And it's going to be complete. Holy Toledo, Coach.
Yeah.
Pano Zipolita laying the hit, but he got the ball away.
Absolutely, he did. He threw it right before Pano got there. So that's all right. It's 4th down and probably 3, and they're going to punt this way. They have no choice.
I'll tell you, the athleticism of DeJuan Moody is unmatched.
Well, I'll tell you what, he looks like a big, strong kid. So now Poland's got to be aware of anything going on here.
Kick it away.
Don't jump.
DeJuan Moody, 5'11", 175, but he's solid as Garcia. We'll wait for the snap. They'll take their time. 10 seconds left on the play clock. High snap. Garcia will bring this one down. And he'll get a short punt off. This one going to go out of bounds on the Liberty side of the field. It went out near the 48. We're going to see where they're going to mark it as the head linesman will start around the 48-yard line on the Poland side. And he will get the chop signal near the 49. Okay.
Yeah. I don't want to question Jim, but that looked like it went around the 42-yard line.
But I'll tell you a little secret. Sometimes that's a guess.
Man, you do anything, you ex-official.
No, I don't know if that's a technical analysis. It's a guess.
It's a guess. A hypothesis.
Why did you put that there? I don't know. It was a guess. All right, so Poland's going to start 1st and 10 at the Liberty 49-yard line. 9:28 left here, 3rd quarter. Bulldogs with a 21-7 lead. As they'll go twins to the right. I formation now. David Zipolita under center. Pano Zipolita the fullback. Chase Jones the tailback. They'll give it to Jones. Jones trying to find room up. He's going to step back into the backfield and almost brought down. He'll slip a couple tackles and tried to get back to the line of scrimmage. May have lost a yard on the play. They'll actually slay nearly 2, so 2nd and 12. And, Coach, I think you're right earlier when you mentioned it. I think one of the things he needs to do is just hit that line and keep going.
He wants to dance. And you know what? You make a jump cut one time, but then you got to hit it. You can't keep jumping around back there. And I'll tell you what, Liberty's too fast for that. You're not going to outrun them. You got to hit the hole, and you got to go north and south. It's that simple.
So 2nd and 13 now from the Poland 48-yard line. David Zipolita in the shotgun. One running back to his left. They'll go wings to each side. Single receiver to each side. They'll work from the right hash. Zipolita rolling out to the near side. Planting his feet. Nothing downfield. He'll tuck the ball. He's going to have Angelilli in front of him. He'll throw it to Angelilli. It's going to be knocked away by Moody out of bounds. Incomplete. A dangerous throw as DeJuan Moody went up, knocked that ball away, and it kind of fluttered in the air. Angelo Angelilli went up for it, but it's going to be incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd and 13 now for Poland.
I really thought he was going to take it. He might have been able to get a few yards, and, man, he threw that into dangerous territory.
It looked like he thought everybody committed at that point, but, again, just great athletic ability by DeJuan Moody. You got to be impressed with that young man, a junior for Liberty. You look at some of the numbers for him, again, in terms of passing, rushing, and receiving. DeJuan Moody, 1,353 yards on the season. Hard count there, and David Zippolita is going to get 5 of that back. So 3rd and 8 will be the down and distance now for Poland. And that is the second time they have been drawn offside by the hard count of the sophomore, David Zippolita.
And that was Devon Perry that he jumped and knew it and just froze.
4 receivers now in a bunch formation to the left of Zippolita, single receiver to the right. Hard count again. Zippolita will step back. Kamara going to be the single receiver to that far side. Ball at midfield. So evenly between the hash marks here is the sophomore quarterback for Poland. 3-step drop. Fires down that sideline. And it's going to be incomplete.
That looked like there was some pushing
and there was some
pulling.
contact there, but
wow.
Great defense by Javon Moore. And that will bring up 4th down for Poland. And I believe that Vito Kamara is going to have to punt this one away. And you see that matchup on the far side there between Moore and Kamara. And they got it. But the officials letting them play there. No call.
Yeah, they let them play all right.
It's going to be 4th and 8.
4th and 8 now. And it'll be Leon Tutwiler posting up right around his own 18-yard line. Kamara with a high snap. He'll bring it down. This one going to be a high wobbler. It'll land at the 25-yard line, head out of bounds. So not much of a punt there. Normally,
that's all right.
A little bit more distance for Kamara, but that will put them back on the Liberty side of the field. Leopards will get the ball for the second time here in the half. 8:21 left here in 3rd quarter. Poland with a 21-7 lead. Liberty not able to do much with the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Coach, I always believe that is the key coming out of the half.
Well, that not only that, but then their defense stepped it up and had Poland, and just a couple of bad things that Poland called, and Coach Pavlansky's got to open this offense up. Can't play conservative right now.
I see guys like Noah Meinhardt and Ashton Satterelli in there, some guys that have developed over the year, now stepping in here in this 3rd quarter for Poland. Satterelli will be the corner. He'll be one-on-one with Enrico Jean-Pierre Green. Moody in the shotgun. Tutwiler to his left. They're going to send Green in motion. Handoff to the near side. Tutwiler under pressure. Fonda's going to trip him up at the 24-yard line. That'll be a loss of about 4 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down for Liberty. And Poland's defense now keying in on that Liberty offense.
Well, I tell you what, I think he was looking downfield, and he might have been able to get that ball off. If he could have, that would have been a touchdown because we got nosy a little bit. Got to be aware of that pass.
2nd and 14 for the Leopards. 7:50 left here, 3rd quarter. 3 receivers to the left of Moody. Tutwiler on his left hip. Single receiver to the near side. It'll be Amar Watson. Back to pass. Moody immediately looking out to the sideline, and that's going to be caught by Watson at the 30-yard line. Pick up of a
31-yard line.
They'll pick up about 6 on the play, and that will bring up 3rd, we'll call it 8 for the Liberty Leopards.
They got to do a better job. They got to get to the quarterback. And these DBs got to play a little tighter now and be aware.
Satterelli at the corner on our near side now. Vito Kamara to the far side. Senior for Poland. Fonda out there as well. Liberty with 10 seconds left on the play clock. They'll break the huddle. Hart and McDougal, the twin receivers to the left, twin receivers to the right of Moody. Poland will make some adjustments. Back to pass is Moody. Under pressure, stepping up, has some room to run. Looking for some room to the outside. And he'll be contacted but not brought down until he gets to the 40-yard line. And that's enough for a Poland first down, a Liberty first down, but a flag's going to come in. And it came in from the center judge. And is this an ineligible man downfield for, I don't know. It was a run. Watching the initial signals from the officials. and he is giving a dissertation to our referee. All right. Wait for the official call here. All right, so this one looks like it's going to go against Poland. Liberty, happy to see that.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both by the defense. 1 live, 1 dead ball. Personal foul, targeting, great defense. Dead ball, personal foul, 43 defense. Both fouls will be enforced. First down.
Wow. So Gavin Seifert and Pano Zipolita will get 2 different penalties there. 1 live ball, 1 dead ball. That will add 30 yards on, and Liberty will have the ball 1st and 10 at the Poland 30-yard line. 7:19 left here, third quarter. Bulldogs with a 21-7 lead, but huge mental mistake.
30 yards in penalties. Holy mackerel.
And that enforced because of the one that was committed during the live ball and one after the play, as they'll go through receivers to the right. Moody in the shotgun, single receiver to the far side. Hand off to Tutwiler. He's going to be hit right at the line, brought down. Maybe picked up a yard or 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd down now for Liberty.
Angelilli and Zipolita on the stop for the Bulldogs.
Angelilli on that tackle.
To the 2nd and 8.
The pair of inside linebackers have been key to this Poland defense all year long. Although the defensive line has done a great job of keeping them clean and letting them flow to the action.
Absolutely.
So 2nd and 8 now. Ball at the Poland 28-yard lines. Just about 6.5 minutes left here. Twin receivers to the left, twins to the right. Moody in the shotgun. He's counting everybody up. Tutwiler on his left hip. The offset. He'll pick it, taking himself off the read, and he's going to be hit near the 26-yard line, pushed back. I think the forward progress will take him, I'm actually going to say the 27. So a pickup of 1 on the play. And it'll be 3rd down now for Liberty as we approach the 6-minute mark here in the 3rd frame.
Yeah, it's a good job by Poland.
So after the penalties, they had 1st and 10 at the 30. They picked up 3 yards in 2 plays, so 3rd and 7 now. Big 3rd down here for Poland as we have under 6 minutes to play here, 3rd quarter.
I could believe Liberty's going to go for it on 2 downs anyway, Jim.
Poland with a 21-7 lead. Receivers 2 by 2 again. Moody in the shotgun. Deon Tutwiler to his left. He'll send Jean-Pierre Green in motion from right to left. He'll give it to Tutwiler, trying to get to the outside with the angle, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds. And he may have picked up a yard on the play, but that's going to bring up 4th down, and Poland doing a good job stringing that out to the sideline.
Yeah, and unfortunately, he went down out of bounds, and he I don't want to speculate, but he's sitting there. So
Deon Tutwiler, an outstanding season of his own, coming in tonight, 92 carries for 1,135 yards, 17 touchdowns, had 5 games with over 100 yards rushing. All right, so we'll keep it right here. Matter of fact, we're going to step aside for our 3rd quarter break here. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on CityView Sportscast and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back after this.
Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit PAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team, pride, Cobras. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
4th and 6, ball at the Poland 26-yard line. Watson now in at quarterback. Back to pass, looking out to his right under pressure. Almost hemmed up, and he can't get away. This time, slipped a couple of tackles, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Poland will take over with 5:07 left in the 3rd quarter. And it all started, all started with Colt Arnold coming in and putting the pressure on him. Got some help from his friends, Coach.
I'll tell you what, they unloaded on him. He took the snap, looked up, and he had a whole lot of blue around him. So good job by the Poland defense and defensive coordinator. Poland's got to get something going here and get a drive and get down there and get some points, try to get 3 scores ahead.
Good one over on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240 as McDonald Blue Devils with a 14-13 lead over Warren JFK.
Wow.
Mark Means, Dave Clark having a good time with that one. That'll keep you on the edge of your seat as Poland will have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 28-yard line. 5:07 left here, third quarter. The winner of this game will meet up with the winner of Manchester and Girard. At last report, Girard with a 14-0 lead. Zippolita in the shotgun, one running back to each side, single receiver to each side. They'll go wing to the right. Back to pass. Screenplay out to Chase Jones. He'll get out to the 30, 35, and there's nobody to get them. He's on his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Chase Jones.
Beautiful.
72 yards on the screenplay. Poland takes a 27-7 lead with 4:53 left here in the third quarter.
Absolutely. I've been waiting for something like that. The reason why, Jim, is that defensive line comes and them backers, they're coming too. So absolutely perfect call by the coaching staff of Poland. Great job. Beautiful blocking downfield. Lyman had nobody to hit. And then he outran everyone.
They take advantage of the aggressiveness of that Liberty defense. Chase Jones, 72 yards to pay dirt. 27-7 is your score. Poland with the lead. Pending the Salvi Caramusa attempt here. Vito Camara to hold. Angelo Angelilli to snap. Snap is back. It's up. And it is good. 4:53 left here, third quarter. Poland with a 28-7 lead over Liberty. We have an opportunity. We'll take a look at the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update from around the valley as Poland knows the distance here. And in a final, Akron-Hoban gets a 38-0 shutout win over Boardman. Green still with a 17-14 lead over Fitch, that in the third quarter. Also in the third quarter, Canfield with a 24-16 over Kenston. Cardinal Mooney has extended their lead over South Range now 28-6. Garfield trails Blairsville 17-13. Garraway now with a 28-0 lead over Crestview. Manchester trails Girard 14-7. That one might come down to the fourth quarter. Glenville, no problem with Salem tonight. It's 42-0 there in the third quarter. Kirkland with a 41-30 lead over Wycliffe. Villa Angela St. Joseph with a 61-18 lead in the third quarter over Maple Heights. McDonald leads Warren JFK over Western Reserve Radio 2, Sports Radio 1240 by a score of 14-7. Mogador 54-0 in the third quarter over East Palestine. That is a running clock. Walsh Jesuit 28-15 over Nordonia. Smithville leads United 14-13. That a close one. And West Branch still with a 28-14 lead. Over Norton as I believe that's going to be Angelo Angelilli coming in to kick this one off. And I always think they put Angelilli out there because he's not a kicker.
That's why.
And they just want to keep this on the ground. So Aiden Varanch is the deep kicker here. Angelilli will onside kick this one. It's going to be loose. Ball still loose at the 38-yard line. Covered up. And it's going to be Liberty ball at the Leopard 38-yard line. 4:47 left here, third quarter. We're going to step aside 10 seconds for station identification. You are listening to WRQX AM 600 The Patriot here on the iMedia One Network.
WRQX, Salem, Youngstown, Warren. We are AM 600 The Patriot, a Cumulus media station.
4:47 left here, third quarter. As we have a player down at midfield, they'll tend to him. McDonald now taking a 21-13 lead over JFK. That score coming in from Mark Means. As we try to keep everybody updated. Coming up tomorrow here, 12:15, it'll be the pregame for the Grove City College Wolverines as they head to Cleveland to take on Case Western. Kickoff at 1 o'clock with Mark Means and the professor, Ryan Briggs. Hockey action over on Western Reserve Radio 2 as well as the Canton Akron Jets and Delta Community Prep, Delta College Prep, Community Prep, will go at it. That'll be a doubleheader, 2 o'clock and 5 o'clock. Jets will be in action there. And we will see several people there in that game. Lucas Black from West Branch will be on the ice tomorrow, as well as Will Craven with the Poland Band here.
Will the Poland Band be out there?
I don't know if you want to put a band out there on the ice. I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
That'd be interesting.
Zion Gregory needing a little assistance to get up, and looks like he will be okay. He'll walk it off here. 4:47 left here, third quarter, almost at third period. We're talking about hockey.
I think they should have used the cart. He's walking very gingerly.
Also coming up tomorrow night, the Youngstown Phantoms back in action. 5:40 pre-game, 6:05 puck drop with the Sioux Falls Stampede. And Sioux Falls picking up the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack here. So Matt Lipsack can be heard from Youngstown all the way to Sioux Falls.
39-yard line.
And we will get back to action here with 4:47 left. Liberty will have the ball first and 10 at their own 39-yard line. We'll keep track of the score over there in Girard, as the winner of this game will meet the winner of the Manchester-Girard game. Man in motion from right to left. They'll hand this one off the right side. Moody trying to find some room to run. He'll be knocked out of bounds near the Liberty 48-yard line. Actually, they'll give him the 47. That'll be a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2 now for the Leopards.
Yeah, there was a looked like it was a bit of a hold on one of our ends. And it's, it's just how it goes. You got to get off the block. But Zumas looked like he got turned around there.
I said that couple issue a little bit here. Pete Zumas working off of the edge on that 4-man front. He gets that quick start. Sometimes that's all you're left to do is kind of hold on and hope. So empty backfield now for Liberty. As DeJuan Moody now will move to the right side. 3 receivers to the right of Watson. He'll take it himself upfield, and he'll be wrapped up by Zippolita at the 50, and he'll roll into Poland territory down at the 49-yard line, and that is enough for a Liberty first down with 4.5 minutes left here, third quarter.
First and 10.
Good job by Poland. Not giving him much. Got him the first down, but eating that clock up.
First and 10 for the Leopards.
Make them earn it. Don't give them anything cheap at this point.
A quiet sort of crowd right now here on both sides here. Cool night out here. It's still showing 54 degrees, mostly cloudy. We've avoided the rain here so far. Back to passes. Watson fires over the middle, and it's going to be intercepted, picked off by Poland, and is going to head to the end zone. Pete Zumas knocked out of bounds at the 23-yard line. Zumas had his hands up and was able to bring that one down. We just talked about him off that left end, Coach.
Yep, absolutely. So I'll tell you what, good job by Poland. This could put the nail in the coffin here if they go down there and score this, because that's a big deficit there. That'd be 4 scored down.
And I think so far the story of the night, Coach, has been the depth of Poland versus Liberty.
And we got another Liberty player down. So
well, we didn't see him. He was right in front of the Liberty sideline. He'll be attended to. So we'll step aside. We'll take a timeout as well. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on City View Sportscast and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We'll be back right after this.
Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit PAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team Pride Cobras. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
3:55 left here, third quarter. And Amar Watson need a little stretching out there, Coach. He walked back to the sideline, no issues. He'll need some mustard and some pickle juice, and he'll be right back in the game.
I could go down there and work on him, but I think he'll be screaming too long because I know exactly how to get them
That's
out.
because you like to torture people.
No, I like to get the cramps out.
Sure. We'll go with that.
Exactly.
1st and 10 for Poland at the Liberty 22-yard line. I formation. Zippolito, the fullback. Jones, the tailback. Seifer will move from the left side to the right tight end. Twin receivers to the left as well. Play action. David Zippolito finding some room off the right side. He'll fight his way out to the 20, spin around, and he'll get no further than the 20. Pickup of 2, 2nd and 8 now for Poland. Clock will continue to run with 3:42 left here in the third quarter.
Well, I thought he had that corner a lot. I thought it was going, but good job by the defense of Liberty. They were all over that. And they're I'll tell you what, they fight, and they are pretty quick. So good job by Liberty.
And again, I think the key has just been the depth of Poland. And player for player, Poland and Liberty match up so well.
Yep.
But when you start getting into that second level of players who can come in and provide that break. But quite honestly, looking forward to next year to see Liberty and these players develop as they'll go heavy backfield, 3 backs in the backfield, I formation with a fullback to the right. Handoff to Chase Jones. Jones dropped the ball, and I believe that's going to be covered up by Liberty. Liberty will get the ball at at their own 21-yard line. And I am right on that one. So Chase Jones uncharacteristically drops the ball with 2:57 left in the third quarter. Leopards will take over. They trail 28-7. Poland with a player down as well. And it looked like somebody just reached in from behind him, Coach, when he was going through the line. Pulled it away. They will tend to that. And while we have an opportunity, we'll take a look at the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update from around the Valley. Again, I want to thank Discount Power Sports for their backing all year long here. We appreciate it. You are the reason we bring you high school football on Friday nights. And, of course, we're not going to talk about the fourth quarter. We're not going to talk about that yet. Not yet. Not yet. All right, so Canfield still with a 24-6 lead over Kenston. Fitch now has taken a 21-17 lead over Green.
Whoa.
The Falcons battling back over Tyson Hunka and the Green Bulldogs. Cardinal Mooney with a 28-6 lead over South Range. Garfield has passed Claresville now 34-24. Garraway leads Crestview 28-0. Girard with a 14-7 lead over Manchester. Of course, that game important here, as the winner of this game will play the winner of that game. Glenville shutting out Salem 42-0.
22-yard line, 1st and 10.
McDonald with a 21-7 lead over Warren JFK. Mogador, they get the win over East Palestine 54-7. That is a final. Smithville with a 21-13 lead over United. That game being played down in Columbiana County. All right, 1st and 10 for Liberty at their own 21-yard line. Send a man in motion. They'll hand this one off. That'll be Jean-Pierre Green. He'll cut back to the inside and make his way all the way out to the 29-yard line. Pickup of 8. It's going to be 2nd and 2 now for Liberty.
Yeah, they're just going to, I would think that Poland's going to just try to make them run the ball and eat some of that clock.
Which I find amazing, really, because Liberty, with the outside receivers and the targets that they have had here in 2025, you look at Liberty from the receiving side with Tutwiler, Jean-Pierre, and Moody, McDougald, and Watson. I'll hand this one off to Moody. Moody trying to fight his way through. He'll get past the 30, and it'll be close to a first down. It's going to be right at the 31, but if it's short, it's not going to be by much.
Yeah, because it looks like the stick's on the 32. Yep, you're a yard short. Exactly.
All right, so 3rd and is that a full yard, Coach? Yeah, we'll give it a full yard.
A full yard.
All right.
Looks to be.
Less than 2 minutes to play here, third quarter.
Question, my dead eye?
I don't know. It's your age, Coach. It's tough.
Wow.
I can't say much at mine. I've got bifocals. I'm trying to read the roster. Twin receivers to the left. For Liberty. Single receiver to the near side. Liberty moving left to right. They'll hand this one off to Moody. Moody trying to find some room to run. He'll make his way to the 33-yard line. That's enough for a Liberty first down. Leopard drive will continue with 90 seconds left here in the third quarter. Clock will stop just long enough to get those sticks set.
Otto Zippolito will stop for the Bulldogs.
Otto Zippolito given credit for the tackle, as indicated by our PA announcer, Thomas John. We just keep name dropping, Coach.
Well, TJ. Always done a nice job on the radio.
Yeah, a voice from around the valley.
Spinning records. How about that? Spinning records.
Update from the Cavelli Center. I'll give you that right after this on the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. Trips to the left. They'll send a man in motion now from left to right. That'll be Jean-Pierre Green. Moody off the left side. Flags coming in, and those came in immediately, so probably in the area of holding. And indeed, our line judge says holding against Liberty, and that will come back. Clock stopped with 50 seconds left here, third quarter.
Holding, number 63, the offense. 10-yard penalty, previous spot. Still first down.
Justin Nelms, the guilty party there. The senior for the Liberty Leopards. As Tyson Watson will bring into play from the sideline. But you have to acknowledge Coach Don Perlogo taking over this program this year. He's done a great job with this.
He has. He has done an outstanding job. He's got a lot of young players.
We talk for a living.
Yes, we do.
Mara Watson, a receiver to the far side. Prince Lard to the near side. Jean-Pierre Green in motion. Watson throwing down to the sideline. He'll throw this into the Liberty sideline. And that'll bring up second down and 20 now for Liberty with 22 seconds left here in the third quarter. And, of course, everybody's favorite fourth quarter in the Valley coming up here on the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week. Jim Craven with you, along with the coach, Bob Gessler. Thanks for joining us here in Week 12 as we cover Poland Bulldogs football all year long here on the iMedia One Network and, of course, on WRQX AM 600. Thanks to Charlie Conley, Bill Kelly.
24-yard line, second and 20.
And Liberty is going to take a timeout. 22 seconds left here, third quarter. We'll keep it right here before the quarter break. And from the Cavelli Center in downtown Youngstown, in the third period, the Youngstown Phantoms with a 4-2 lead over the Stampede. So after a close one, the Phantoms opening up the scoring. As we try to keep Mark and Dave updated over there at McDonald. The McDonald Blue Devils going undefeated in the regular season. And it looks like they may end up doing that again as they are taking on the Warren JFK Eagles. Again, that game over on Western Reserve Radio 2, Sports Radio 1240. Liberty with their timeout here again. Coming up tomorrow, lots of live sports here on the iMedia One Network. It'll start out at 12:15 with the pregame show for the Grove City Wolverines as they take on Case Western. And at 2 o'clock on Western Reserve Radio 2, Canton Akron Jets hockey. They'll have a doubleheader, and then the Youngstown Phantoms back in action tomorrow night at the Cavelli Center with the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack. Of course, we can't forget Ben Slagle there again.
We got Moody all the way out, all the way up top. So
yep. Watson back a pass under pressure, being chased down. He's going to be brought down at the 32-yard line. Peyton Miller coming from the backside like a missile will get the sack. And that will put the Leopards even further back here as the time will tick down here in the third quarter. So after 3, here in Division 5, Region 17, Poland will take a 28-7 lead into the fourth quarter. We'll step aside for a break when we come back. It'll be the Lena's Pierogi House fourth quarter here on the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week on Western Reserve Radio, City View Sportscast, the WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We are back after this.
Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit PAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team Pride Cobras. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Fourth quarter coming up here in Poland. Bulldogs with 28-7 lead over the Liberty Leopards. And, of course, fourth quarter, as always, is brought to you by Lena's Pierogi House.
3:21.
Lena's your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Visit Lena's on Facebook to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. As Watson will wait for the snap. Running back in there for Liberty. He'll be back to pass. Three-step drop, fires out to the flat. That's going to be caught. And that's going to be Prince Lard with the reception. Kayvon Slocum.
Prince Lard with the reception.
In the backfield now. He'll take some reps at running back. That'll bring up fourth down for Liberty, and they will send on the punting team here in the fourth quarter.
Vito Kamara deep for the Bulldogs.
Poland has played, well, I'll say several running clock games here today, but he'll play 4 quarters here today as Garcia will kick this one from about his own 20-yard line. Vito Kamara will line up around his own 35. Liberty short one player. Wow. They tried to send on Jamal Moore, but Liberty will have to take the timeout with 11:18 left here. Second timeout taken by Liberty.
Boy, as a coach, you know, that drives me crazy.
Just mental mistakes, Coach.
Yeah, that's there's no reason for that. You see, you're punting now, unless somebody down, but your special team coach has a list of protectors, tight ends, snappers, whatever, and he should be able to say, okay, he's down. Walk to that player and go, you're in on this. They got to do a better job with that. They've blown some timeouts today that they had no reason to blow. They should have been fine.
Coach getting a little testy down at the Cavelli Center as the Stampede coach has been asked to leave the ice. Unceremoniously dismissed, I believe would be the term, maybe the phrase.
That happens in hockey.
Who knew?
Oh, my Lord. Them hockey players, they're a little crazy.
747 puck, 747-7825. Get down, see a game. Again, it is fantastic hockey. Such skilled guys from across the nation and around the world. As Garcia will wait for the snap. 11 guys on the field now for Liberty. Kamara lined up around his own 32-yard line. He'll wait to return. Garcia. Good snap. This one's going to be a line drive. It'll be right to Kamara. He'll pick it up at the 34. Past the 40, 45. Past midfield, cut back to the inside, and brought down near the 41-yard line on the Liberty side of the field. Poland in plus territory with 11:06 left here in the fourth quarter. And, of course, the fourth quarter brought to you by Lena's Pierogi House. Give them a call, 234-254-8532, and she will prove to you that you can put anything in a pierogi.
You know what? It's funny because a friend of mine that was a Cheney, she was talking about chicken paprikash, and I told her, you want the best in town, you go to Lena's in Hubbard, because it is absolutely spot on.
And it's the amount that you get.
It's huge.
That's gluttony. Goodness gracious. All right, 11:06 left here. Poland go receivers 2 by 2. Out of a slower pace here. A man in motion from left to right. Back to pass. Ippolita down the middle of the field. Looking for it. That's going to be cut at the 10 and inside the 10 down near the 7-yard line. An outstanding catch by Caleb Scott, the 5'11", 160-pound sophomore. And Poland in the red zone will have it first and goal. With 10:58 left here. Clock still running. They'll set the markers.
Climbed the ladder and went over top of them and got it. I thought there might be a little interference call. You know how that goes. But he let him go, and that's a great job.
Pass was just a little bit short, but Scott went up to get it.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't interfere with anybody. It was a clean play. Official was right there.
So first and goal from the 9-yard line. T formation now. Kamara under center. He'll give this one to Angelilli. Angelilli off the left side, and he will get held up just short of the end zone, maybe near the 1-yard line. As Liberty now looking very fatigued with 10:17 left here in the fourth quarter. Poland looking to make sure that this one will go in the books for them.
I'm sure they don't mind getting stopped because now you got second down on about the, we'll say, 1-yard line-ish, and about the 2.
Yep. So it'll be second and goal. Excuse me. Second and goal for Poland. They'll mark the ball at the 2-yard line. Back to that T formation. Kamara at quarterback under center. Jones, Angelilli, and Zippolita. Kamara going to take it himself into the end zone. Touchdown. Vito Kamara puts the Bulldogs up 34-7. And for Vito Kamara, his second touchdown of the night.
We haven't heard much from the Garage Mahal, and
that'll be Vito Kamara's 5th rushing touchdown of the year. To go along with his 8 touchdowns through the air. So Salvi Caramusa on for the extra point. I was trying to put the numbers together. Didn't come together like I wanted. All right, 9:39 left here, fourth quarter. Kamara waiting for the snap. Kick is up, and it is good. Poland with 9:39 left here in the fourth quarter. Take the 35-7 lead over Liberty on a 2-yard run by Vito Kamara. When we come back, the kickoff. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on City View Sportscast and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back after this.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
9:39 remaining here in the game. Poland with a 35-7 lead over the Liberty Leopards. COHSA official John Luceni scouring the sidelines here, our evaluator.
Yeah, he stopped me at halftime and said, "How am I doing?" I go, "Can I lie?" I said, "You guys are doing a good job." I said, "I missed one call, though. We didn't know where the flag was, but it was on our sidelines. We just didn't see it."
Baranches will put a boot in this one. It'll be a high end overhead kick. Fielded near the 11-yard line. Brought up by DeJuan Moody. Moody coming to the near side. And he will fight his way out to the 40-yard line. He'll give a little stiff arm to Aiden Baranches. Baranches is a soccer player by trade. Does a little kicking and try to get a little bit of contact there, and that he did. Not the way he hoped, though.
That's all right. Done a great job with that. Talked to Coach Smith, the AD here at Liberty, a good friend of mine, and said, "I don't know if Poland will kick to you." And he goes, "That'd be crazy if they did, but I will say that my brother before the game goes, I don't care, we're kicking till. We'd rather do that and get after it." And I will tell you what, since day one, they've done an outstanding job.
Some new names coming in for the Poland Bulldogs. See Cooper Ankelis out there, the 5'9", 170-pound junior. Also, Kelly Mimo now defensively out at corner. For Liberty, Tyson Watson will be the single receiver to the far side. 1st and 10 for the Leopards at their own 43-yard line. They're moving right to left. 9:31 left here, fourth quarter. Moody taking the ball himself. He'll be contacted right at the line and brought right back as he was initially contacted by Angelilli.
He got about 3 yards, Jim.
Yep, helped out by Noah Huber. Huber, 6'1", 250. He's a junior.
Getting a couple just across the 45-yard line.
So they will mark it at the 46. So gain of 3, 2nd and 7 now for Liberty. Leopards trail 35-7. Just under 9 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. 3 receivers to the right. Moody in the shotgun, one running back to his left. Back to pass. Rolling out to the far side. Being chased down. It's going to be tipped and picked off by Poland from the safety position. That's Chase Jones. He'll get out to midfield into Liberty territory and knocked out of bounds near the 47-yard line. And that could be the backbreaker for the Liberty Leopards, as Poland will take over 1st and 10. 8:39 left here in the fourth quarter. And is Poland going to try to put the lights out and go to a running clock here? Actually, mark it at the 48-yard line. Coming up tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., it'll be the Saturday morning sports page. Pat Lucia, Dave Clark. They'll talk about everything in the wonderful world of sports. It will be a 3-hour edition there, Coach. 2 hours just didn't do it. It just couldn't do it.
Especially when I sit in. We could go for days. And
go for a marathon.
He has a script, but we never follow it, and I always apologize. No.
Tear it up, throw it away.
Yeah, here comes Gessler. He don't shut up.
Kamara in the shotgun T formation. Hand this off to Angelilli. Angelilli with 2 hands on the ball. He'll drive forward. Try to get down to the 46-yard line. Pick up a 2. 2nd and 8 now for Poland as they will try to run this clock down with 8.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And try to keep you up on to date on this.
At the 46-yard line, 2nd and 8.
Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. It's a final from downtown. The Phantoms get the 6-2 win over the Stampede. They'll do it again tomorrow night. 6:05 puck drop. They're in Youngstown. Poland with the ball, 2nd and 8 now. The Liberty 46-yard line. T formation. Hand this one to the middle man. And he'll get past the 45 down to the 44-yard line. Bono Zippolita on the carry, the bruiser. And right now, Coach Gerard leads Manchester 21-14 in the fourth quarter. We'll have a Liberty player down here. We'll keep it right here, though. Glenville, they will move on. They shut out Salem 49-0. Great year for Salem. And again, we saw some play there, and they gave Poland some fits there in week one. A lot of that play action in that very entertaining team. And great to see the success that they had this year. So congratulations to the Salem Quakers. Glenville will move on, though. You can't really talk about the OHSA playoffs without Glenville.
Yeah, I gotcha. I mean, you got this team 35-7. You got 7:35 left. I'd be taking my starters out because this is when things happen, and I hate to be that way, but you just no reason for it. Let the young guys in; they get into for the playoffs, and I doubt Liberty's going to come back with 7.5.
Coach, it's a final on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. McDonald gets the 28-13 win over JFK. McDonald remains undefeated. They are 11-0. They will move on to next week.
Do we have any idea who their possible
I'll have to take a look at that.
It's Rob Black's here.
As McDonald. Got to see a lot of them as they were regular opponents of Springfield.
Yep.
And we'll clear the field here, try to finish this game out. Ball at the 43-yard line. Poland will have it 3rd and 5. Clock will continue to run here, 7:25. Here's not a running clock here, it's a 28-point difference, so it will remain in regular timing. As Kamara will watch the play clocks, another great feature here at Poland. 20 seconds left on the play clock, 7:07 left on the game clock. Kamara going to stand there as all 3 running backs kind of up and down in that 3-point stance waiting.
Yeah, that's you can't do that, but that's okay.
So, yeah, Bono Zippolita is not getting up. He refuses to. So 5 seconds left on the play clock. Kamara will take it himself. He'll try to get around the end. He'll go down on one knee, trying to avoid a tackle. Kevon Slocum came in and don't lose a couple of yards on the play here, and the clock will continue to run with 6:40 left here, third quarter. Poland with a 35-7 lead. Bulldogs potentially heading back to Arrowhead Stadium next week, but we will keep an eye on that. Some great visits tonight, though. Got to visit with John Lard. Brian Wan, affectionately known as Spanky, up here in the press box for us. All connected here at some point. And, of course, we have to talk about my better half, who was hiding that burgundy shirt under her Poland sweatshirt. As Kamara will come in to punt this way, Moody will step back to his 15-yard line. Kamara with a high end-over-end knuckleball, and this will head out of bounds. I don't think this is going to be much of a...
Whoa!
And
That should be 15.
Some last contact. Their official's going to let that go as we had a little bit of last second. All right, so after the extracurriculars, no flags. They're going to let that one go. Clock will stop with 5:48 left. Liberty will take over. 1st and 10, trailing 35-7. And now the question at this point,
41-yard line.
is who will Poland's opponent be next week, as Manchester and Girard seem to be engaged in a pretty good game.
Yeah, we'll be 1st and 10.
21-14 is the lead for Girard. Liberty now, 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line. They trail 35-7 here on the Lena's Pierogi House 4th quarter. Moody taking it out himself. He'll call his own number. He'll run through the line, past the 45, and down near the 47-yard line.
Juwan Moody on the carry.
Some new names in there for the Poland Bulldogs.
48-yard line.
Including Dominic DeLomo, sophomore.
To be 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 now for Liberty. Less than 5.5 minutes to play here, 4th quarter.
You're going down that roster, Jim, for Liberty. You don't see a lot of 12th graders there. So
no, that's the great look for next year.
Yeah, as long as they can pull somebody from the younger kids, got to be aware of that.
Empty backfield for Moody, who will send Slocum in motion from left to right. Moody will take it himself. Almost hemmed up in the backfield. Seifert will miss the tackle. And Moody down the sideline. And he'll spin and turn. And brought down inside the 15-yard line at the 13. And DeJuan Moody.
Left side.
Showing the skills that have brought them here to week 12. But he is very fatigued at this point.
Yeah. Got around the end. It was a no call, but again, the officials, I don't think, just want to stop the clock. They just want to keep it going, so I don't blame them.
Right now, Girard still with a 21-14 lead over Manchester.
What's how much clock on that, Jim?
Does not say, but that is the interesting question. First and 10 from the Poland 14-yard line. Moody in the shotgun. Slocum to his left. Twin receivers to his left. Single receiver to the far side. He'll give it to Slocum. Slocum upfield through the line, past the 5, and down near the 1-yard line. They'll actually say he went down at the 2. And it'll be first and goal for Liberty with 4:09 left in the game.
Good. They're going to spin the clock. I was going to say, keep this clock running. The game's done.
First and goal.
Try to get you some more information on this. What could be an excellent rematch from the regular season. Poland and Girard in a 29-28 game earlier this year. And the only difference was a 2-point conversion, Coach. Now, Liberty with twin receivers to the far side. Slocum to the left of Moody in the shotgun. Holloman going to be the wing to the left. Moody going to take the ball himself. Head to the corner of the end zone and into the end zone for a touchdown. 4 yards for DeJuan Moody. Makes it 35-13. Liberty still showing some fight here at the end.
Well, yeah, they're just, unfortunately, they're exhausted at this point. Beat up, exhausted. They've played a great game. Just don't have the numbers for the for subs. And
that really became a game of attrition. And
yeah,
now you see why developing that talent is so important during the season. The snap is back. Garcia's up. Kick is up, and it is good. 3:29 left here, 4th quarter. Poland with a 35-14 lead. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on City View Sportscast and WRQX AM 600. The Patriot. We're back after this.
Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit PAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team Pride Cobras. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
3:29 left here in the game. Liberty gets into the end zone on a 4-yard touchdown run by DeJuan Moody. Poland has the 35-14 lead. And I think it's safe to say they can start looking forward to next week, Coach. But the question is, who will it be? As Girard has a 21-14 lead over Manchester. Poland and Manchester met up last year. Poland getting the win. Of course, the rematch with South Range would come, and Poland would drop that one 17-16. We were there for that as well. And a heartbreaker for the Bulldogs then, but Garcia now ready to kick this off. Of course, all kickoffs brought to you by the Village Tavern. All year long, they are brought to you by the Village. We thank you for your support. This one will be fielded at the 10-yard line and actually going to be fair caught by David Zippolita. And they will mark this right at the 10-yard line. Poland have it 1st and 10, 3:27 left here in the game. And I think, as we have seen many times this year, Coach Pavlansky will send in some young guys. They will run the ball a few times and hopefully get out of here as healthy as possible as they look forward to the next round here in Division 5.
Yeah, I was looking at Vito Kamari here lining up for the kickoff, and he looked like he was a little tight. He was trying to loosen up his back. Official went over and asked him if he was okay. He said, yeah. So
somehow I don't think that he's going to be needed here for the rest of the night.
No, but you know what?
Yet here he comes.
Yeah, you can't get these guys off the field. That's all.
Vito Kamara Sr. here, and I'm sure he wants to be out there for every play.
Well, it's his last home game, and I understand that. Sure.
Kamara wasn't actually supposed to be here this year, had moved out of state. As they'll go to the I formation. Zippolita will hand this one off the left side. Chase Jones fights through there, makes one move, makes it past the 20, down near the 21-yard line. It'll be pick up of 17 for Poland, and the clock will continue to run as the Bulldogs get a first down. And there's 3:17 left up on the scoreboard.
Good run. Patient run.
But Vito Kamara, the coach, was out in Washington State, I believe,
yes.
Left, and then returned, and gotta say we're happy to see him here.
He said he wanted to come back. Talked to Coach Dave, said he wanted to come back and be with his teammates, and wanted to finish out his senior year here, and he has.
Some of these young folks, as they all the way back to kindergarten with Will and crew. As they'll watch the play clock now. 5 seconds left there. Zippolita under center. 3 backs in the backfield. They'll hand it off the right side. They'll hold on to it. Get it out to the 25-yard line. Chase Jones on the carry. 2 arms on the ball this time. He's not going to drop that one. Actually, they'll mark it at the 24.
No, he won't.
That will never... that sticks with you for a little bit there.
Oh, yeah, especially when you have a coach named Pavlansky.
Well, and Chase Jones has been outstanding coming into this game. 69 carries for 549 yards and 6 touchdowns. He has been very dependable. But you see the numbers not as big as Liberty with the key players because Poland's been able to spread this around so much.
Absolutely.
In the season. You've seen the evolution and development of some of these players, and they're now in there dancing to the band.
Hey, last home game, why not? Have some fun now, boys. You earned it.
It will not get any easier next week as they'll go to the I formation. David Zippolita under center. Pano Zippolita the fullback. Kamara will be the single receiver to the outside. They'll hand this one off. Chase Jones. He'll drive forward. Past the 30, down to the 31-yard line.
Chase Jones.
Pickup of 6. It'll be 3rd and 1 now for Poland as they try to run this clock down under a minute, under 90 seconds to play.
I think you'll have to run one more play, Jim, and that's it.
And unfortunately, I'm hoping before we get off the air, we're going to be able to know who the opponent's going to be next week for Poland. Manchester pull that out and come back and tie it. We will see shortly. And 20 seconds left on the play clock, 57 seconds left on the game clock. I formation. Again, Zippolita under center. He'll wait the extra 10 seconds here, maybe snap it a little bit early. He'll give it to his brother, who will drive forward. That'll be enough for a Poland first down, and that should do it. 39 seconds left here. Poland should be able to take one knee and call it a night.
Don't even have to do that, Jim.
And if we only knew what was going on over at Arrowhead Stadium in Girard right now, the Indians with a 21-14 lead over Manchester. We will keep trying to refresh these scores here. The last 30 seconds will tick off. Liberty's season will come to an end. They will finish the season 9-3. And such a vast improvement this season for the Liberty Leopards. A lot to be proud of.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you, Coach Don Prologo and crew. And guy over there was the athletic director, Todd Smith. You may have heard of him.
Yeah.
Has done a great job over there.
Yeah, he did. He's done a great job, the buckethead that he is.
And the great news is Liberty, a relatively young team, will be back next year, and we're going to see DeJuan Moody and Dion Tutwiler and crew back, and they're going to be a year better, and it's going to be an exciting team to watch.
Absolutely. They do a great job. They young team, and they will come back.
And that will bring us to all zeros here on the scoreboard. After Poland gets the 35-14 win over the Liberty Leopards, we will step aside for a break and come back on the postgame show here on City View Sportscast at WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back after this.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC, find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today.
Western Reserve Radio is the Valley's online source for sports talk and local live events. Tune in and be a part of their live weekly shows, as well as all of the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football, and the GDFL. Find them at westernreserveradio.com. Tune in and the Live 365 app to be a part of the area's sports conversation. Be sure to visit them on Facebook at Western Reserve Radio and on Twitter at WR_radio.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Post-game show here as we wrap up Week 12 of the Ohio High School football season. Week 2 of the playoffs here, and we'll take a look at the scoring recap here. Tell you how we got here. It started in the fourth quarter with 5:45 left. In that first frame, it would be David Zippolita hitting Vito Camaro on a 12-yard touchdown pass that would give Poland the 7-0 lead. But Liberty would answer back quickly. 3:06 left in the first quarter. Juan Moody would get into the end zone on an 8-yard touchdown run. It would make the game 7-7. Second quarter, it would be Pano Zippolita stepping up with 8:57 left in the second frame. He would get in on a 2-yard run. It would make the score 14-7 in favor of the Bulldogs. And then it would be Pano Zippolita again in the second quarter with just 51 seconds left. He would fight his way into the end zone on a 2-yard run, making it 21-7 in favor of Poland. Third quarter action, it would be Chase Jones on a beautiful screen pass, Coach. He would go 72 yards to give Poland a 28-7 lead, and that's kind of where things really started to change. Liberty couldn't do much with that first drive in the third quarter, but it would be Poland. It would kind of break the backs of Liberty there with that 72-yard run. In the fourth quarter, with 9:39 left here, Vito Kamara, he would definitely seal it with a 2-yard run. It would give Poland a 35-7 lead. And Liberty, they would get into the end zone one more time. With 3:29 left, DeJuan Moody gets his second touchdown of the night. It makes it 35-14 in favor of the Poland Bulldogs. The Bulldogs move on to next week, and the question is, where will they be as we wait for the outcome of the Girard-Manchester game here on City View Sportscast and WRQX AM 600. And as we try to look down right now, Girard with a 27-14 lead over Manchester. So that looks like it's going Girard's way, and that may be the case next week. We're going to step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we'll give you one more round of scores from around the valley. We'll wrap it up here from Pavlansky Field in Poland.
Tavern's been a beloved
Youngstown
local
Patricians
landmark.
High School Football Game of the Week here on City View Sportscast, WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back after this.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC, find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532. Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. The Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Back here one last time as we wrap it up from Pavlansky Field in Poland. And it is the Poland Bulldogs getting the 35-14 win as we take a look at the last round of Discount Power Sports scoreboard updates here for tonight. Those games here in a final. And we'll start with Akron-Hoban. They get the 38-0 win over Boardman. Austintown-Fitch, after being down 17-7, they get the 28-17 win over the Green Bulldogs. Canfield, they get the 27-12 win over Kenston. Cardinal Mooney with a 48-12 win over South Range, a much more dominating win than in the regular season. Garfield, they get a 48-31 win over Claresville. Garraway shuts out Crestview 34-0. Girard right now leading in the fourth quarter, still showing in the fourth quarter, 27-14. And I believe that may set that rematch up between Poland and Girard next week. We'll wait for a final. Glenville shuts out Salem 49-0. Kirkland with a 41-3 win over Wycliffe. Villa Angela St. Joseph knocks off Maple Heights 61-18. Game you heard over on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. McDonald gets the 28-13 win over Warren JFK. Mogador with the 54-7 win over the East Palestine Bulldogs. Walsh Jesuit with a 49-18 win over Nordonia. Smithville They get a 1-point win over United. They come up to Columbiana County and get the win. Smithville will move on. The Smithies move to round 3. How about that, Coach?
Wow.
And West Branch gets the 35-14 win over Norton. And, of course, down at the Cavelli Center, the Youngstown Phantoms knock off the Stampede tonight by a score of 6-2. They will be back on the ice tomorrow night. 5:45 airtime, 6:05 puck drop with the voice of the Youngstown Phantoms, Matt Lipsack. And we will keep you up to date on our availability next week at Arrowhead Stadium in Girard, as Poland and Girard will get together one more time, Coach. And if it's anything like the first time we saw it, the 29-28 win by Girard, we should be in for another classic here in the playoffs.
Yeah, we came out of here, seems fairly healthy. Didn't see any big injuries, so hopefully Girard come out of theirs without any injuries, and let's go play Smash Mouth football.
That all coming up here this week. Stay tuned to our social media, and of course, you can listen to all the action right here on the iMedia One Network app for iOS or Android. Plenty of action coming up tomorrow. We'll start at 9 a.m. with the Saturday Morning Sports page with Pat Lucia and Dave Clark. That will take us all the way to noon, and then by 12:15, we will have the pregame show for the Grove City Wolverines as they get ready to take on Case Western up in Cleveland. That's going to be a 1 o'clock kickoff. Over on Western Reserve Radio 2, Canton Akron Jets hockey, a doubleheader tomorrow for the Jets. They will take on Delta College Prep at 2 o'clock and 5 o'clock. And, of course, we will round out the day with another meeting between the Phantoms and the Stampede, 5:45 airtime, 6:05 airtime. And, of course, we always encourage you to get down to the Cavelli Center to see all the action. Call 747-PUCKS, 330-747-7825. Get your tickets as you can go and see the stars of tomorrow for the NHL. So for the coach, Bob Gessler, for Matt Craven back in the Gessler Propane Studio, for Dave Ferris, who I believe just took over the board from me, I'm Jim Craven. Thanks for joining us again here and all season long on the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week. We hope that you have a fantastic weekend. Good night, everybody.
Good night, all.
We thank you for joining us for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network, and we now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.
Try asking these questions. Were you a good teammate? Were you coachable? Did you give 100%? And did you have fun? Because those are the values that school sports instill in Ohio's young people, where winning and losing are secondary to the life lessons that will stay with kids long after their playing days are over. This is the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Educate through sports.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets, and they all have one thing in common.